Engage.
We're engaged.
Okay. Nope.
Hello. We're engaged. Welcome to Midlevel Crisis presents Eddie and Ryan Get Engaged. Also, let's talk about how thick my hair is, because I wasn't able to get it cut this weekend. Anyways, hi. We are here, ready to rock and roll for the second official painting party. Third, I guess, if you want to really get technical with it, but the second official. Anyways, we are here with Edward. Eddie, say hello to the people.
Oh, hello, people.
There you go. That's perfect. That's all we needed.
Yeah.
First, before we do anything else, I want to do a quick shout out for the sponsors. The Initiative Order, a Discord community that focuses on role-playing for everybody, inclusivity, involvement, all of this stuff. Go check them out. They're awesome people. We're going to try to reach out to them and see if we can maybe bring them into our fold here in the next few weeks. We're going to work on that together. Well, what do you say? Second is Band of Badgers. If you watched us the last painting party, Dave from Band of Badgers, the founder of them, came on and was talking to us, Eddie and I, about what we were doing, what they're doing. But they are a YouTube, Twitch community that has been blowing up for this past year. They do a bunch of different games, a bunch of different streams, and they're always looking for content creators to get on and do a guest spot and talk about your stuff. Speaking of your stuff, I am Ryan. I am the owner of Session Zero. It is a Dungeons and Dragons inspired clothing company fused with my love for hardcore music from my childhood. And I was able to go on with Band of Badgers a couple times, and I owe a lot to them. So definitely go check them out. Band of Badgers, Session Zero is the third sponsor. So with all that shit out of the way, Edward, tell the people what we are doing once we're done getting married.
Okay, well, I'm gonna kill you, Ryan. Anyway, I can't get past it. So today I'm painting there it is.
Oh, hang on.
Black.
Hang on. Let me switch. I gotta switch this over.
We got a knock on the door. 2 seconds in.
Knock on the door. 2 seconds in.
Pull out the bingo cards.
The bingo cards.
Here we go. Yep. Excuse me.
Well, anyways, while Eddie goes and tends to the door, hello, Booch. Hello, Jack. Welcome to the party zone. This is more laid back. Last week we talked about some one-shot creation. Next week, hopefully, we should be jumping back into our regularly scheduled D&D campaign, where we play some characters. Level 4, I think. Right, Eddie?
Yeah.
So. You okay? You gonna make it?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright.
Anyway, what I was saying was I'm painting this black dragon today. It's not black yet, but give it a moment. I got this mini a while back as I was running D&D with the kids, which I probably mentioned like a billion times. And I thought it was super sick. And yeah, that was the gist.
It is super sick.
Yeah, I like this thing a lot. It's really cool.
So I'm excited to jump into it, but let's do some different things this time. Let's go over your paints. Let's focus on some painting before we start focusing on some bullshit. So what kind of paint you got? What kind of paintbrushes? What kind of fingers do you use? What is it? What do you do?
So the first thing, I guess, which is going to be the most tricky, I guess, to do, is the paints. I'm going to be using various grays, and it's mostly going to be, obviously, going to be black. I'm debating between like these two blacks here, which is like you can think of these at your Walmart. It's various blacks and grays I have not really decided on yet. And then the eyes, I'm going to be using various greens. Oh, wait, actually, I'm going to be using some special colors, but let me just put some of these up. I don't know which one of these greens I'm going to use. Oh, my God. I think probably the War Boss green and the Treants green, I think I'm going to be using the most. But
so what are you using the green for if it's a black dragon?
Yes, so the green so far is going to be used for his eyes, because his eyes are going to shine green, hopefully. Well, shine.
Do you like green eyes? Because you did that with the demon last time, didn't you?
Yeah, I really like green in terms of eye color. I think
Okay.
it's really sick. The main reason that I'm choosing green for the eyes is because right before we started, I was looking at pictures of black dragons. Actually, I have a funny story for it, but I was looking for pictures of black dragons specifically with this mini, and a lot of the time I saw green eyes, and it looks really good each time. So I was like, okay, green eyes it is.
For this particular mini, you mean?
Yeah, for this particular mini, exactly.
All right, all right.
And the one thing I'm 100% certain on is the wings are going to be, I can get this, Rakarth Flesh and Agrax Earthshade and some Lamia Medium, but that's not important. So pretty much what's going to happen is I'm going to paint, if you look at Archaon, which is this, like the best mini I've ever painted, hands down, it's this black dragon, like 3-headed dragon with a black knight on it. Best mini ever. I love that one. But I painted his wings using the same like thing. So pretty much like you see how like there's the like I don't know what this word would be, like the bony part of it. Like
I think that's a bone. I think that's a finger bone.
Something you know what I mean. This part of the wing is going to be black, and then the flaps, the wing flaps are going to be the Rakarth flesh, and then
the rock hard flesh.
The rock hard flesh. Yep, you got it. It's Rakarth flesh. If I'm saying, and I don't even know if I'm saying it correctly. Probably not. And I'm gonna put some Agrax Earthshade with Lamia Median on top of the Rakarth flesh, and then let that dry out, and then go over it again with Agrax Earthshade again, but without the Lamia Median because you don't want it to be too sharp. Is the logic behind it. And then you kind of just go over with the Agrax just to kind of flesh it out. Pun intended.
So.
Oh, and I need to get the bone color. Here we go. And this bone color for the scale bone. I think it's the one I'm gonna pick for the spines and stuff.
When does the nun oil come in?
Nun oil doesn't come in this one that much at all. Because it's already gonna be so black that the nun oil is not even gonna appear at all. If it wasn't so black, it would appear. Like there would be some kind of like thing with nun oil. Because that's like the go-to for me.
Are you gonna do anything different with the base coating? Are you? Because I know that Max was in here last time talking some smack.
Pretty much what the base coat is gonna be is gonna be some of the blacks, like either this really glossy metallic black that I don't know is gonna look different, or just the normal black. And I'm going to base coat that entire thing. I was gonna actually prime it black, but I somehow can't find my black primer. So it's like, oh well, I guess fuck. Like I guess I'm screwed. So I'm gonna have to base coat the whole thing black, and then I'm going to dry brush some gray and do some details in gray, like the scales and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay.
Like this like tail right here. If I zoom in here as best I can, like you see all these little details here. They're going to have some gray.
Right near his beehole.
Yep, right by the beehole. There it is. There's the beehole. No, that's the little thing you stick in to make him stand up. And then the horns, they actually might do Nuln Oil with the horns. I'm trying to remember what the process was, but it might not matter. I think I'll do the bone color with the horns and then just do Nuln Oil on that, or Agrax Earthshade on that. I'm not certain on the horns at all. I used to have this formula for horns that was like really good, and for some reason I'm blanking on it super hard. Do you remember what I used last week? Probably not.
Nope.
Remember I used last week for the last time when I did the demon, and I did the little ends of his wings and stuff?
You did a lot of red. And then you did some green, and that's it. That's all I remember.
God damn it. Well, on the demon there was like this one color I used, and it's a color that's really good for bones and stuff, but I think I'll figure it out. It might be Rakarth, honest to God, but I don't want to overuse Rakarth.
Yeah, I for sure don't remember.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to get into it?
Yeah, sure. Let's start it.
Where are we starting with?
All right. I forgot one more thing. One more thing I gotta mention, because you asked about the paintbrushes. I found these paintbrushes in my room. It's a whole thing of paintbrushes I never touched in God knows how long. Actually, I know because I never touched it. I got these, I think, as a Christmas present a couple of years back, or at least a year ago or something like that. Either last Christmas or the Christmas before, and I have not touched these because they're really big. But some of these are small enough to do what I want to do for this particular project. So I'm going to have to pick one of these. Probably this one and that one. So I'll do that to start. No, wait, hold on. Maybe that one. Okay, sorry. What were you saying, Ryan?
I don't remember. I was just wondering if you're ready to get into it.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's party. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah,
what are we starting with?
We're gonna do this metallic black, sequin black.
All right.
Let's see if that looks good.
So we're gonna test it, huh?
Yeah, it might be a glossier black.
So here's a question: when let's say you make a big how easy is it to fix?
Depends on the thing, but most times not that hard.
Have you ever tried to do anything where you're like, oh, I'm starting this black dragon, but you know it'd be really tight if it had a little bit of like blue dragon in it, and you like do a blend of the two colors?
So there's a thing called, it's a method you can do called God, what's it called?
I have a reason for asking, by the way.
It's when you mix colors while it's on the mini. The name of it is escaping me right now, and I'm not liking this black so far.
Is it just like, blur? Maybe that's the word that you're looking for.
No, that's starts with the letter B, but definitely not
blend.
Blend.
Okay, that's a real simple one. You learned that in like first grade, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
blend,
earlier.
I think you blend it on the thing. No, I don't remember. Whatever. Nah, I don't remember. This is.
All right. So Jen says to write down the paints that you're using, so that way you know next time.
Oh yeah.
So maybe we can do like a recap of what we did the last time. So last time we did a demon with a lot of reds and some green eyes, and that's all I remember.
But I'm gonna switch the color, and this is a little too runny.
Or
maybe I put too much water in it.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Breathe on it really heavily.
Yeah, that'll work out real well. It doesn't look that much different.
And Bucci also says there's no mistakes, just happy accidents.
Oh, she's right. She's correct.
Well, it's a he.
Did Jen say it just now?
No, it was Bucci, Anthony. Anthony Bucci. Yeah.
Oh, Anthony Booth. Hey, buddy. I didn't even know. I'm not paying attention to the chat, so I thought it was Jen.
Well, you better pay attention, because next time we do this, you're going to be by yourself.
No, I'm not. You're lying.
Am I?
I hope you are, because I can't do this on my own.
Why not?
Because I need you to do my
thing.
You
don't need me. Watch, I'll pretend I'm not here.
Oh god, but I'm not gonna be able to talk about random stuff, and I'm going to say something I'm not supposed to say. Not in a bad way.
Yeah, like somebody needs to be here to police you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna say something really, really stupid, like by pure accident, and it's just gonna be a hellstorm.
Midlevel Crisis is canceled.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something like, I don't know.
No, let's not. We don't even have to pretend.
No, I was gonna say something like stupid, something that doesn't even make any sense, but here we are.
I mean,
see, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
We don't have to. We don't have to even pretend.
There we go. We're gonna say the worst thing imaginable.
So, what's going on with your D&D world? Let's talk about it.
Well, we're doing that thing with Damien. I'm very excited about that.
Oh, would you like to tell the people, or you want me to?
I'll start talking about it, and then you can just fill in whenever you feel like it.
Okay.
So we're playing Curse of Strahd, with Damien. And I've only played with Damien once, but he was a player, not a DM, so I'm very excited to see, because I've heard lots of good things. So I'm very excited to test his mettle. No, dumb. And it's gonna be once a month or so ish, or something like that. Campaign. I don't know.
My fingers are crossed for twice a month.
I also want to do twice a month.
We just gotta convince Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony's just the goddamn worst. So
Anthony, if you're here, not Bucci, but the twin.
Yeah, my brother.
If you're here, we're doing twice a month. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And if you Amsterdam Schenectady folk are here, twice a month, you don't get your boys. Sorry, they're ours.
I don't think they are. I think they're all at Dave and Buster's right now.
Dave and Buster's? What?
Yeah, I know.
Aren't we still in like a pandemic?
Are we?
I don't know. I think so.
I have no idea.
Well, The campaign starts when? The 21st? Oh, I got my new calendar set up. You want to see my calendar?
Go ahead, pull it up.
I've been so freaking busy lately that I finally like needed to get my shit together and set up my calendar here. Oh boy. Oh, you can't see any of that.
Oh, I see some of it. It's lots of different colors. That's a.
Wait a minute. Booch, you're from Latham? Or are you just saying that because you know of Latham? I didn't realize you were from around here.
Dude, that'd be wild if he's actually like nearby.
But yeah, I had to get all my calendar situated, and right here, August 21st, boom, Curse of Strahd, episode 1, session 1.
Oh yeah, I'm actually super excited.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, my character in that is so cool. I love my character in that, but I gotta flesh out a little bit more, I think, but we'll see.
You know, I realized that in our D&D Beyond campaign window that we got I don't know if you can even hear me because I'm facing away from the microphone.
I can hear you, just faintly.
I realized in the D&D Beyond campaign we got Armory, which is a super buff tiefling that looks like Hellboy, and Shield, which is your brother. Mm-hmm. So we got Armory and Shield, and then a bunch of misfits that I think don't really belong.
Yeah. Hold on. You hear that? You hear that, Ryan?
Knocking?
Yes. Good guess. Excuse me.
Oh boy. Well.
Every single time. Alright, hello.
Oh, you're 5 minutes from Billy's now?
Okay, we're just doing that. Alright. Thanks.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Okay, that's awesome. Also, really quick, before I forget.
Thank you. Can't wait to wait for Billy and I to eat this.
What the hell? What is that?
You know. Yep. Let me just munch on this for like 2 seconds. Okay, here we go. Yep. Oh god.
I need to scream at this boy.
Just don't drop this drink on my crotch. If I do that, I think I'll be good. All right. Oh my god, it hurts so bad. I'm fine.
You're the worst. I'm trying to talk. I was gonna go through some stuff here, but you're like unmuted and over there choking to death and screaming. What are you eating?
Chicken.
Mom.
Alright, anyway, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, first off, Bucci lives in Latham. I didn't realize that.
Oh, that's kind of close.
That's awesome, man. We should definitely like hang out sometime and like play D&D because I didn't realize you lived so close. But anyways, a couple weeks ago, I don't think we mentioned this last week. A couple weeks ago, we got affiliate status on Twitch, which is awesome, by the way, because that means Twitch recognizes us as an official channel. So that's pretty cool. We can get some emojis made up. I'm gonna try to do that. If you guys subscribe to our channel, it will you pay us to hang out and do this shit, which is tight. I think you get a free subscription every month with Amazon Prime. So go ahead and click that like, smash that subscribe button.
Yeah, nice.
down there. But yeah. Anyways, we'll jump back into it. So yes, Jack, this is a painting stream. This is a painting stream where we eat chicken and choke on our drinks.
Yeah, that hurt a lot. That was not fun.
Also, to keep up with the theme here, I just watched the entire live set of Limp Bizkit from yesterday, or I think it was yesterday. It was this weekend from Lollapalooza. It was so sick. If you're watching this and you like Limp Bizkit, go watch the set because it sounded like one that I would have hand curated myself. Perfect. Band is flawless, even to this day. But anyway, back into it. So we got our Curse of Strahd game coming up on the 21st.
Mm-hmm.
That rules. We have either too many clerics or not enough clerics. I haven't decided.
We have like 3 clerics, don't we?
Yes, we have 3 clerics, and then you're what? A ranger? Are you a ranger fighter?
No, I'm going to be ranger, rogue, then fighter at some point.
Okay. And then your brother is fighter wizard.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna do some quick googling here. I'm gonna Google the draw to why a fighter wizard is cool. Google fighter wizard.
Why, do you not think it's cool, or you just?
No, I do think it's cool, but I remember you were giving him shit about it.
No, I was very confused because like those are things that just don't normally mesh.
No, you can make anything mesh. It's a fake world.
Fair enough.
Is multi-class better than Eldritch Knight?
Oh yeah, why does this do Eldritch Knight? Well, he gave his reasons. I'm not gonna. It's some kind of silly combo or something. I don't know.
It is what it is. It's always a combo with him.
Yeah, he's the worst. I sure hate him.
Action surge and spells. Simple answer. Somebody here is logged into the Midlevel Crisis live Twitch stream and is stealing our chat. Dylan.
Is
Action
it Dylan?
surge and spells. Simple answer. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, Anthony tried to do a double fireball in today's session.
A double fireball would be tight. A double fireball with.
But he didn't realize quicken. Like you can't do both. Like you need to be. It needs to be a cantrip. If you even if you quicken.
But if he has
action surge,
surge,
then he can do it. Yeah.
that's for real double fireball.
Yeah.
And if he's got, which one of you? He's got. Somebody's got the feat that lets you, when you hit a creature with a crit, it gives you advantage on all subsequent attacks from all your allies, right? Is that you or is that Anthony?
I have sharpshooter, so.
Well, that's not the one.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't think sharpshooter is that insane. On top of the things it already does.
So I'm assuming that's Dylan, but Dylan says, quicken spell through meta magic adept feat. 3 fireballs.
No, because you need to. That's
what?
not how that works.
That's not how that works, is it?
Yeah, that's not how that works. No, because you can't. The way magic works is you can't quicken and then do like another spell like that. It has to be a cantrip. The only way, as far as I know, to do 2 fireballs is it's action surge. That's the only way you can do it. Because in the rules, like where it says that you can do that, like they straight up say the reason is because 2 fireballs is too much. Like,
no, you're wrong. When you cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action, you can spend 2 sorcery points to change the casting time to 1 bonus action for this casting.
Yeah, I know you can do that with the meta magic, but you still can't do 2 fireballs. It specifically says you can't do that.
Why?
Because 2 fireballs is nuts. That's the reason. I'll look it up. Here, I literally had someone else look it up. Like,
if you have a bonus
ago.
action spell, you can cast a spell as.
Yeah,
right?
but it has to be a cantrip. Like I'll show you. Magic or D&D.
No, I think you're right. The
2
does have to be a cantrip.
fireballs. Yeah, because I tried doing it. Like,
no,
like
the cantrip has to
time.
be the action.
Yes, and yes, exactly.
And the spell has to be the bonus action.
Yes.
Right. Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, you can't cast another spell during the same turn except for cantrip.
And then what was the feat that Dylan was talking about?
Meta magic adept. It makes it so you even though you're not a sorcerer, you get the ability to do meta magic, but you only get like 2 sorcery points. So you can do quicken. I mean, it's still, that feat still is really good. I actually took that feat with a lot of caster classes because the ability to do a cantrip and a spell in the turn is still very, very good. Like he did a fireball, like instead of doing 2 fireballs when we clarified he couldn't do that, he just went, oh, fireball, eldritch blast, 2 beams. It's like, well, that's fucking stupid. Like, that's not better. Like, it still was an insane turn.
We have some vicious ruling here in the chat. The rule is you can't cast a spell with the bonus action tag. Eddie is remembering it a little wrong.
A little wrong? Oh, dang. Okay.
But I also don't know how far behind he is, because I think we clarified it, right?
I don't know. I, like, worded it.
So you can cast 2 spells if the spell itself with the spell slot is a bonus action, and your second spell is a cantrip.
Yes. Like, pretty much all that matters in my head when it comes to the ruling is you can't do 2 fireballs.
Is there I think there's only like 1 or 2 bonus action cantrips, right? It's like,
I mean, is Green Flame Blade no, that's action. Right, I'm thinking something else. I'm thinking of a different combo.
Green Flame Blade is weird.
It's an action.
That one's a weird one.
That just takes the attack action, whatever.
Yeah, because it's like a bonus action to make your weapon green, and then you use the action to hit.
No, is it a bonus action? I thought it was just strip an action.
It's all in one action, I think.
I don't know. That one's a little whack, but that wasn't what I was.
Green Flame Blade.
I'm pretty sure that's a normal standard.
Brandish
action,
the weapon using the spells, so it's 1 action time.
Yeah. And it just uses, instead of attacking like 2 times normally. I mean, before level 5, it's good, but just cause. But after level 5, it's not as good.
Bonus action.
No, I was thinking of a combo where you go attack, meta magic, quicken, green flame blade, so you get a third attack with your bonus action, because that's kind of fun. Or you could just have a second sword and just, do that. If I'm remembering that correctly. Again, I'm not a...
And then the meta magic feat just gives you meta magic, right?
Yeah, it gives you 2 choices of meta magic and like gives you like 2 sources.
So I don't think it gives you 2 uses of it, right?
No, because the way meta magic works is like some uses, like they all use sorcery points, and you only get 2 sorcery points. So there's like some meta magics that you only use 1, and there's some that uses 2. The quicken uses 2, so you're only able to quicken 1 time. I think there's like, I don't remember which ones are only 1. From the top of my head, don't quote me because I will remember something wrong. But this is based on my limited knowledge.
All right, Jeremy Crawford. Some sage advice from the sage himself. Quicken spell casts 2 action spells. 2 1-action spells, I would think I had. Quicken spell does make it possible to cast 2 1-action spells by turning your 1-action spell into a bonus action spell.
And yeah, and the answer to that is that the one that is being quickened, the one that has to be a cantrip, and the cantrip can't be the bonus action one, or something like that. Like you gotta quicken the actual spell, or something like that. I don't remember. Something along those lines. But what do I know? Not much. Gotta spread this guy.
Either way.
The point is, you can't cast 2 fireballs without dipping into fighter and do an action surge.
And if that's his whole build process is he just wants to get 2 fireballs out, he's gonna be waiting a while because it's a 3rd level spell, right?
Fireball?
Yeah.
I think so. No, in the shield build, that's not his mindset. In the build that we're playing on Sunday, before our streaming, that is the mindset. It was not just 2 fireballs, it was just like, oh, I do some stupid nonsense. Like it was pretty much, it became 2 fireballs to becoming, oh, fireball and Eldritch Blast in the same turn because get wrecked, which is still insane. Like it was primarily Warlock, and then I don't know how. I think he probably took Wizard or can. Warlocks can't get Fireball, right?
I'm looking up his character right now. He's got 3 Fighter, 2 Wizard.
Well, that's not the character he's using for. I'm not. Again, it's the.
No, I know. I'm looking at the one for. I know what you're saying. I'm looking at the.
Oh, okay.
His build for the Strahd game.
That's. Oh, okay, yeah. The Strahd game is specifically. It's meant to just make it so his AC is insane.
So here's the thing, though.
Like that's the concept behind that one.
Right. Here's the thing. He wants his AC to be insane. But at the same time, the creature needs to focus on him. Let me move that.
Yeah, so the way that he's doing it is because that's like the obvious way to go around it. He has a little thing that makes so
Yo, can you move your dragon up a little bit?
Yeah, that good?
Yeah,
I
just realized it was off the screen a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Anyway,
because this is a painting stream, not just an argumentative D&D spell casting stream. That's it. You pay extra for that one. You gotta subscribe for that.
But what was I saying? He has a thing that makes it so any creature that doesn't focus on him, like, it's disadvantage on attacks on everybody else.
That's what I was just asking about. That was what started this whole thing.
What do you mean?
I was thinking that one of you guys... Oh, it's Cavalier. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's the Cavalier thing. Yes, that's what... Yeah, now I understand what you're asking. Yes, the answer is that's Anthony. He has a little ability that makes it so... if you attack anyone else, they get disadvantage. But there's also a spell in Paladin called Compelled Duel that does kind of the same thing, but it doesn't... But that requires concentration. So I think I told him about it, and he was just like, yeah, no. Not dipping. 3.
Oh, it's Unwavering Mark. When you hit with a melee weapon attack... Well, let's see here.
I just want to hunt monsters. That's all I want to do.
Does Anthony realize that his build is a little whack? Alright, let me explain something to you. Alright. Anthony's build is Strength 16, Dex 10, Constitution 16, 14 Intelligence, 10 Wisdom, 8 Charisma. Here's the problem with that. So, with his feature here, Unwavering Mark. Starting at 3rd level, you can menace your foes, foiling their attacks and punishing them for harming others. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can mark the creature until the end of your next turn. This effect ends early if you are incapacitated or you die, or if someone else marks the creature. Hold, please. Oh, thanks Jack for the follow. I don't know why you weren't following either, but hey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, friend. While it is within 5 feet of you, a creature marked by you has disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target you. In addition, if a creature marked by you deals damage to anyone other than you, you can make a special melee weapon attack against the marked creature as a bonus action on your turn. You have advantage on the attack roll, and if it hits, the attack's weapon deals... Okay, yeah. So, the problem is, 1, he needs to get the attention of whatever we're fighting, right? 2, he has to hit with the attack. All of his plus to hits are terrible.
Yes, I think we had this conversation about something like that too, and I think he's aware that it's not good. He just likes the build.
I guess the +6 is alright, but his range is terrible.
Yeah, he pretty much wants to be...
You might want to switch that longbow to a... Oh, he's got a longbow and a crossbow? Why?
I have no idea. I don't know. That's something I have to talk to Anthony about, but I think he's aware that the build itself isn't that good, and I think he's just doing it because he likes it. Yeah. It's like the one time he's done it.
Yeah, which is fine. I'm definitely on board with it. I like the idea. I like the thing. Oh, hello, normal, real human person. You sound like a normal, real human person. I appreciate you being here. Gonna lurk and hang out to the paint. Excited to catch up on the YouTubes. Hey, if you like this, we also have every other Sunday a Dungeons & Dragons live play that we started. I think we're on episode 12. Let's say 12. Let's play it safe and say 12.
I don't know. We are far into it.
Oh, and Jack wants to know if we got a free day this week for dinner.
A free day? What?
Let me look at my... Hey, Jack, let me look at my new calendar. Nope.
I probably definitely might.
Yeah, I'd actually have to check it out.
Not Thursday, not Monday. Tuesday I think I'm fine, and Wednesday I think I'm fine.
We'll see. We'll figure it out.
Saturdays no, Sundays no. Unless it's like really... No, Sunday no. No, what am I talking about?
We can do... Jack, you want to do lunch instead? Next Sunday before our stream? Oh wait, hang on. You got your D&D game.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Unless I get kids canceled for whatever reason.
Well, it got canceled for lunch just now. Jack, we're free next Sunday.
No, we're not. I have Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm pretty sure that's the most optimal days.
Okay. All right, let's see. So, we are hanging out. We're talking about D&D. We're painting D&D. Where are we at with that dragon?
Well, right now I'm just like okay. So the little bone thingies, I'm getting that. I kind of just like base coating them, and I'm going to put the red hearth flesh on the thing after the fact because I realized it's gonna be just quicker this way.
Okay. I had a thought just now because I do know the mini you're painting.
Yes.
This one comes with the little plastic rod that goes up in its belly button, right?
Yes, it does.
So how come you're not using the plastic rod as a holder?
Yep. Because I actually hate those things, to be perfectly honest with you, and getting them to stay in the thing is like impossible.
I completely agree with you 150%. Those things are terrible. That's why I really like the new ones, like the demon you did last week.
That one was kind of ass too. I hated that one too.
No, you once those get in, they're pretty solid.
I had to glue it in.
Normal real human person is friends with Elodius IRL, and he's slowly catching up on the Hangman's Oracle's episodes. What do you think? You can definitely tell the first couple we were trying to get our bearings, but once we figured out what the hell we were doing and moving forward with the story, I think everyone's gotten a lot more comfortable and a lot more invested in the story. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, I can't wait when we finally beat the piss out of that.
No spoilers.
That's not a spoiler. What does that even mean? What I said is nonsense.
I actually didn't hear you because I was worried about your spoilers.
You're an idiot. I said, well, I can't wait for us to beat the piss out of that thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, you know the one.
Oh, yeah, the dragon beholder.
I fucking
Yo,
wish. That would
dragon
be
beholder? Okay, so let's talk about this.
Good.
Is it a dragon with 9 heads? 10 heads?
Is that more like a hydra?
It's that is a hydra. A dragon beholder is a hydra. However, every head would have to be doing a different thing. Oh, P.S. When I was looking at Session 0 stuff, I realized that I can't do the beholder shirt that I sent you, where it's just the text.
Really? Why?
Because I was reading through the open game license, and it was like, oh yeah, you can't use these creatures, which we knew. But it was also like, you can't reference any, like, literally any form of text that has to do with that creature. So any characteristics, any details, any whatever. So anyway, whatever.
That's whack. Oh well, I actually like that shirt too. You want make that shirt in secret and give it to me because I want it.
Normal real human person. I enjoy them. It is for sure a learning curve, but I enjoyed seeing the party dynamic develop. I loved the party dynamic developing. I really like our group of people, and I like the story a lot. I'm really stoked at where it's going.
Yeah, I actually love my character so much in that.
I can't wait to see what's going on with your character.
I know, dude. Oh my god, I can't wait to show you.
I can't wait for your character to die in this big epic battle against Beholder Tiamat.
That would suck so bad. A beholder dragon would be the coolest idea on the planet, though. Like, no lie. Oh, that reminds me.
I'm gonna Google.
Yeah, Google that. There's no way this is the first time anyone on the planet has ever thought of this. Absolutely no way, no chance. Let me put this down for it to dry for a second.
Somebody made like a beholder dragon, but it's the head of the beholder, like the body of it, is just a giant dragon head with little eye stalks coming off of it, and then a really small dragon body. Let
me see. Dragon beholder.
Just go to Google Images and go to the first one. Yeah, with the stat block.
What the hell?
I love that.
I actually do like this thing design so much. Is there a mini for this?
I doubt it. Somebody made this on Reddit.
Overseer dragon, beholder dragon. $12.
I'm gonna link it in chat.
Do you see it? It's the 4th picture down.
I don't know. Hang on.
Holy crap! This thing looks awesome. Look at this.
Why are you screaming? Don't swear on our stream.
Well, first of
all.
all.
Wait, what did you just say?
I said, "Holy crap, this
No,
thing
no,
looks
no.
awesome."
What one are you talking about? The fourth what?
Look, I sent you a link in the thing, Ryan. This thing looks so cool. Oh my actual god.
Oh, there you go. Hell yeah, that's tight.
That is cool. I actually want to buy this.
All right, well, get back to painting. We'll deal. We'll spend your money afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. I'm waiting. Right now, I'm waiting for it to dry.
I'll link that one in the chat too.
Nice. That looks so cool.
right,
and there's a picture of a beholder versus a dragon. Hold on.
Edward, paint.
Wait. Wait. This is important.
Is it?
Yes, it's really important.
Let's see, Bougie. Here's a question. If you all do play that one shot, how do you go about it? Even though 3 of you know the whole arc already. Well, here's the thing. here's the thing. We have to just pretend we don't.
Which one?
So, Booch was asking about the. Oh, there's a sick drawing. Hell yeah, I'm into that. Yeah. The one shot that we made last week. For anybody that wasn't here, we made. We didn't play a game last week.
Yeah.
We did a little team bonding session where we all, well, the 4 of us, you, me, Dylan, and Dane, we talked about what goes into building campaigns and small sessions and specifically one shots, and we put one together from start to finish, which I do still have to type up. I just need to find the time to do it. I should have did that today, but.
Yeah, I actually really am proud of that. That was really cool.
So, we came up with a really, really cool idea for one shot last week, and Booch just asked if we decide to play that, how are we going to go about it if a few of us already know the whole arc? Here's the trick. Here's the secret. You got to change things. You have the whole structure. Change a couple of different things and maybe move some things around. Or change the puzzles on the way or whatever for just this group.
I was gonna say, like, did we just run it? We could just run it for somebody like other groups like that.
Right, but like let's just say like
that's a cop out.
Yeah, let's say we had Kyle and Serena on here, and we were like, oh, we're gonna run that one shot that we put together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kyle and Serena are the only 2 that don't know beginning, middle, and end.
Right.
So if we all played it. Whoever's running it, like let's say you run it, I would be like, yo, why don't you come up with like a couple different puzzles so that way we don't know the solutions to the puzzles, because those were like the big parts of it. The rest of it was kind of just exploration, and we sort of knew what was going on.
Right. I know I'm at Rackheart's flesh, by the way. I'm at in the wingspan.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thought I should let you know.
But yeah, Butch, if we were to do that, if I were to run it, I would just change a couple things.
Oh, this is definitely the color of the horn thing from the demon, by the way. This is definitely the bone color. Out of doubt in my mind.
Or I would just hold my friends accountable. I would be like, hey, I know that you know this shit, but do your characters know it?
Right.
And try to make it so they don't do the meta knowledge stuff. You don't want to pull in your real world information and put it into the game. Whatever your character knows is what you should play as.
A lot of it I forgot, like the specifics. So.
Oh, I didn't forget any of it.
I know you didn't.
I got like a steel cage brain up here.
Yeah, no, I got a brain made of soup.
Like soup brains.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's. I'm really stoked on that. I actually really liked last week a lot. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I love just hanging out and talking about D&D. So yeah. that was a really sick thing. I want to figure out a time to do that again, even if it's like once a month or whatever.
Yeah, I really do like it too. I also
maybe we'll just ditch the painting stream altogether.
Oh well, no, no. This is actually kind of therapeutic, so no.
I like it. I like hanging out.
Yeah. Anyway, I have a funny story. It's a little inappropriate, but you know.
Well, as long as it's. Let's.
Well, hear me out.
Well, I don't know.
Hold on, hear me out. Hold on.
All right, I'm gonna pull the ripcord. I'm gonna mute you if I have to, but.
Okay. Well, anyway, so I was looking for ideas for this mini, right? And I was searching Reddit, and I typed in Black Dragon Mini because hadoyoyoy, right? Anyway, I see this post, and it's something I saw the word black dragon. I did not. I missaw it. Spoilers. And it was, for some reason, marked not safe for work. And I was like, that's strange. Why?
I'm a little worried about the rest of this.
Oh, hold on. Let me get there. Anyway, so lesson learned.
Full disclosure. Hang on. Whatever comes out of Eddie's mouth next, he is held responsible entirely on his own. And
anyway,
continue.
So apparently, there's this brand. I'm not gonna name the brand, but it's similar to the word black dragon. It's just like a few letters different. And apparently, it's I saw the word toys. I thought I was gonna see some kind of weird like painting of a dragon or something. I was like, this is weird. That's not what I saw. That's not what happened. And I was like, oh well, here we are. I finally did it. Finally found a way to make this loot. No, it was if you haven't figured out what I saw, it's not an insane guess. It was something, and I was like, well, yep, there it is. Here it is. And I just thought, this is funny. I'll share this to the stream. I'll say exactly what happened. Anyway, the link to the thing is down below. No.
I mean, now I want to Google it because I'm super curious.
Oh God.
What did you do? You went to Google and you typed in.
Go Reddit. You gotta go Reddit.
Reddit?
Yeah, and that's my first mistake was using Reddit.
I mean, as long as it wasn't
Reddit.
4chan.
Okay.
Okay, I'm on Reddit. Search.
So now you gotta type in Black Dragon Mini.
Black Dragon Mini.
And then you're gonna go look up. Oh, you're gonna look down and you look down until you see the first thing that says "not safe for work." And it's very misleading if you skim it like an actual idiot, like I did. Fuck, I fucked up the wingspan here.
I'm not seeing it, y'all.
You're lying. There's no way. I'm like, is your Reddit like protected from that kind of thing?
Don't be ridiculous.
Okay. That's good. You know what? I'll do it again, and I'll link.
No, keep painting. I'm doing a paint stream.
Hold on.
Oh, hang on. I'm not logged in. Maybe that's why.
Well, yeah.
All right, now I'm logged back in. All right, Black Dragon Mini.
Yeah. Well, here we go.
Where's the Black Dragon porn, Mom?
That's not what I found. But that would have been interesting. It's good. Black Dragon Mini, and it's let's see. Where is it? Why is it? I must have not typed in Black Dragon Mini. I must have typed in.
Yeah, you must have typed something else in because I am on like
Let me try this.
the bottom of the page and see nothing.
Try just Black Dragon. Let me try that. What did I type in? What? It's not. Dude, did I like stumble into like an alternate universe where I'm making stuff up?
So I made it to the bottom of the page and none of this is not safe for work.
Okay, see. Okay. You know what? See, I
have 477
Ready?
karma, so I think I'd be able to find it.
Hold on. Ready?
No, Edward, come on. We're doing a painting stream. Do this shit later.
Shut up. Let me just do this. Why is it? And I have no history. It happened. I promise. It did. What did I type in? I must have typed in something. I don't know what I typed in now. But it was Black Dragon something.
Everybody's yelling at you in the chat. Get back to painting. Eddie, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm pulling the plug on this.
Okay. All right. I'm back into it. All right.
Let's see. It's called Good Dragon. Well, let's see. Is it called Good Dragon? Because now I'm gonna Google that.
It's called Bad. It's called Bad Dragon.
It's called Bad Dragon.
Which is why it's really funny that he said Good Dragon. It's called Bad Dragon. That's what it is.
All right, Reddit.com. And I'll switch back.
Maybe I mistyped. That's possible.
I mean, you must have. All right, back to painting. We're safe. We're safe. Safe for work.
I didn't want to say the name. God. All right. Well, it pretty much.
Why didn't you want to say the name?
Because I don't
My
know.
mom watches this, dude.
Bad
Dragon Mini.
Not a family-friendly site. or a family brand if you to catch my cold.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
there it is.
how did you do? How did you?
I don't know. Shut up. So what's interesting about it is
Did you read any of this?
No, I obviously didn't. I thought I just saw it. Not safe for work. I was like, that's weird. let's dive right in. Yeah.
I cannot click this link because it is a video.
It's a video? Yikes. Woof.
Oh my god.
Anyway, the interesting about it is the various shapes. It's like, how does that work?
Mom, don't type in bad dragon.
Fascinating. It's very fascinating.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's
all right, so we're painting the bone color in the wings. All right.
No, we are not painting. No, we're not doing that. We're just painting the wingspan.
That's
opposite.
That's what I just said.
No, you said the bone color. Oh, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah, see? I wasn't wrong.
It technically isn't. It's a flesh color, but I just use it for bones too. I didn't realize it.
No, you want to see flesh color? Go to Bad Dragon.
No. Don't go to that site.
Anyways,
that's an interesting site.
How's everybody's week? How was your day? How was your weekend? Your Sunday? How is everything getting back to normal for you guys? How's your job? How's your finances? How are the kids? You know, how are you? How are you guys doing? Let us sound off in the comments with how bad you have it and how awful it is out there.
How bad dragon? I really couldn't get over the bad dragon thing.
Dude, that was so funny. It's like I read the words and I was like, how the hell on this planet did you not?
Look, guy. I would gladly show you exactly what I saw if I could prove my innocence here. I promise you. I promise.
If it's the same thing I just saw, there was no mistaking it.
I skimmed it.
That was good shit.
I'll admit
that was very funny.
It was definitely something. There was a spiral looking one, and I was like, how does that? Yeah, that looks painful. You know what I mean?
Anyway, stay off Reddit, everyone.
Yeah, Reddit's a place where you can stumble into something.
So, all right, we got our Strahd game. We talked about that. What other cool things? I showed this off last week, but if you guys haven't heard of Dungeon Crate.
Oh, yes.
I've started to write some content for them. I gotta get back to that because I haven't been writing very much, but I got my own game here.
Yes, Outlast. I've read it. It's very nice.
You read through it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I gave it to you to read through.
Yeah.
But there's like...
But I didn't take it home with me because
rules.
I wasn't sure if that would be the correct move.
Look at this. All this artwork. Look at this dude.
Oh, yeah, I really love the art. Who did the art for that?
I have no idea. I'm gonna have to look in a second. Yeah, I had Dungeon Doodles. Art layout by Dungeon Doodles.
That's a good name.
But yeah, it's awesome, dude. Everything in here is so perfect. I made all this shit a year ago as a challenge to myself, and now here we are. These are character sheets.
My only thing I said was, I mean, it's very easily stopped by the DM, but it's like, what stops someone from just attacking like a billion times over and over and over?
The DM would be.
Yeah. Exactly.
But Dungeon Crate, it's like a subscription service. It's like Loot Crate, but for tabletop role-playing stuff. They send you usually a bunch of stickers and some pins. I think this month's crate had a Lich patch in it, like a book bag or a jacket.
Yeah, I saw the stuff that came in the crate. It's very cool.
I also didn't realize. So they send you with the game for July's crate. They send you a set of, I think it was 24 D6s, and they're these little tiny ones. I can go grab them right now, but they're downstairs. But they're the little tiny D6s. They're like that big, and they're so freaking cute. But they send you the whole thing for you and your players for the games. That way everyone's set with it. But I also didn't realize that they have these things called they're pencils, but on the sides of the pen. You know what? I'm gonna go grab them.
Okay.
So, Edward, while you are alone, why don't you talk about the back of your hand that we see?
Oh, god damn it. Sorry.
I'll be right back.
I got absorbed into it. I'm trying to. This is really weird angle. I usually don't do it like this. Fuck. Oh well. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna talk into the wind. Here we go. Well, actually, before I do anything stupid, let me just look at the chat and see if there's anything I can look at here. Jesus Christ. Because yeah. Okay. So right now I'm painting the wingspan here. I am completely messing up. I actually probably should be using a smaller brush than this, but I wanted to get like things done quicker because it's like kind of hard to. God, my hand can't stop getting in the way. It's kind of hard to use a smaller brush for like a generic thing like this, like a big scale thing. So I'm trying to be as accurate as I can, but I'm not that accurate, which is fine because I can just go back over and fix my mistakes. Trying to get this spot here. This gets a little trickier. I might switch the brush in a minute. I'm also running out of Rakarth flesh soon, so that will be a pain. Hopefully I should be able to get most of the stuff. And if I get this angle... There we go. Okay. A neat little trick is controlling my breathing. If I can control my breathing, I can get a better point of attack. Idiot. Stuffing. I'm gonna use a wash on this one too. Yes. So the wash is going to be on this wingspan that I'm working on right now. There's gonna be an Agrax Earthshade with Lamian Medium on it. And I'm gonna go on top of it again with Agrax Earthshade. The oil is not going to be, the washes aren't going to be on the black part of it because it wouldn't appear if I wanted to. That's going to be dry brushed and a little bit of detail painting with grays, so that those details can be like seen at all. Because black's a very tricky color to paint with. Because that's what I had to do when I painted a black dragon once before. Not a black dragon, but the one I did with the thing that I never shut up about. But hopefully I don't mess this up. Oh look, Ryan's back. Oh, thank God.
Hey, I'm back.
Hi, hello, thank God, because I am not good at doing that alone.
Why?
Because I don't know.
You just paint and you flick your eyes up to the Twitch chat and you just talk to yourself, and then if anyone has questions, hey, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them.
Actually, I was doing not that bad. It was actually not as bad as I make it sound. Jen asked me a question and I was answering it right before you came back.
Oh, okay. Well, keep answering it, and I'm gonna grab this
I already
box.
answered it.
Okay. Don't answer it again.
I don't need to repeat myself. I mean, I guess I should.
I don't need to hear it.
No.
So, well, you know what? How about I'll save that for later.
Here. Okay. Save what for later?
The Dungeon Crate stuff. We're painting. I'll do it either before or after a break or at the end for sponsors and stuff.
Yeah, I'm really trying not to get my hand in here, but it's like impossible.
Yeah, I don't know how to help that.
I could chop off my left hand. That would do something.
Sure. I also peed and then had a couple chips. So.
Okay.
So, what do you want to talk about? Let's get the ball rolling here. Let's have some fun.
Let's see. It's funny. I was thinking about it all day. It's like, let's all talk about this and this and this. And it's just like, now that I'm here, I don't remember a single thing. I've been reading The Witcher because the idea of doing a Monster Slayer in our Strahd campaign made me want to read The Witcher, and I've been having an itch for reading more lately.
And how's that going for you?
I like it. I like it a lot. I'm reading The Last Wish, which is the first. Like it's not. I don't know if it's the first published one. I don't know. It's the first thing you're supposed to read, I guess, in chronological order or whatever. And I like immediately recognized some of it was actually already shown in the show, and I thought, hey, that's neat.
I don't know anything about The Witcher.
What?
Careful your green screen.
Huh?
I said be careful your green screen.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm more. You never watched the
never
show
read
at
it,
least.
never watched it.
Oh my god.
Same with Dragon Age.
You should. Okay, well, The Witcher's more important than Dragon Age, but Dragon Age is really good.
Now, is The Witcher more important than Baby Yoda?
What?
Okay. That's a yes.
How am I even? What? What does that even mean? How do I even answer that question? What does that even mean?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about the other shows that are out there.
The Mandalorian? I mean, you should just watch both. That would just answer that question right there. The Witcher's really good.
All right, so right there, Eddie, is that a boo-boo that you've made?
Yep.
Is that an easy fix though?
Yep.
Let's zoom in on that bad boy. How do you fix it?
Right here? Where?
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much this paint's still wet, so I gotta kind of go back to this a little bit later. All I gotta do is just paint like what I was doing, and then just paint the black over where I need to paint it. It's not that hard.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very
just because I don't know if there's anybody here that watches this right now or in the future. You know, we have, I think, what are we, 3.69 million YouTube subscribers, somewhere around that ballpark. So, and maybe that 3.69 million people want to learn how to paint. So, they might be watching you to learn.
Well, I moved the camera. Oh well. Yeah, if you make a mistake, it's again not a big deal. You can always go back and fix it. There really is no mistakes, honestly. Like that, like it's kind of a meme, but it's like 100% true. And like you just keep on going until you're satisfied with it. The tricky part is just precision, and the little trick I was saying it before. Is controlling your breathing. If you can control your breathing, you are like 100 times better at painting.
Now, could you just switch to a thinner brush? Or
Yes.
and getting inside those little crevices right there?
Yes, and I should. But the reason I'm using a big brush right now is because I just want to get the big parts first. And I'm just getting kind of cocky, and it's like, oh, I can get this little part with the big brush, no problem. And then I fuck it up.
So, you were saying the last time we did this that you start dark and then go light.
Yes.
In this case, could you just have done the tan over everything and then went over the tan with the black?
Yeah, you could have. In this particular situation, you could have went either way. When I go from dark to light, it's mostly from like the base coat to like the details.
Right.
So like in this particular scenario, I would be like going from dark to light in terms of like, oh, okay, black base going gray details and gray dry brushing and stuff like that.
Right.
But it applies less in this scenario than it did last time.
I might have to come over and have you teach me how to paint something.
It's honestly not that hard. It really is. Honestly, painting is kind of the easiest thing imaginable, and people kind of make it like sound like it's really hard. I promise you, any schmuck can do this. Like case in point, I'm doing it right now, and I have a lot of practice with it. But I gotta go with the brush there. But when I first started, I was terrible too. But like, as long as you don't like, I don't know, that like concept of like, oh, I'm bad, so I'm not gonna like try to get better, kind of stops people. And I think had you and Jen and Anthony, like everybody like that saw my first stuff and like didn't support me so much and like they're like, oh, this is so good, keep going. If that didn't happen, I probably would not be here today painting. Like I probably would have stopped. So don't knock yourself down if it's not the best thing in the world.
For anybody who's watching and might be interested, I'm going to link this in the chat. It's these Reaper minis. They're called Small World. I don't know what that is, or I don't know anything about it because I'm just ignorant. But 2 weeks ago, like I said earlier in the stream, Dave from Band of Badgers jumped on and was talking to us, and they did so one of their streams is called the Great British Paint Off, I think, and they had been working with WizKids, and they every week, I think it was, or every other week, they would go on and they would have a guest host or a guest judge, and they would do a different technique every week. And the one, I really can't remember who it was, but they came on and they were doing eyes. They were focusing on eyes and working on eyes. So they used these Reaper minis, the Small World ones, because they have larger, like, they look like little anime figurines with large eyes.
Yeah.
So it's good to practice on. You can get right in there, and then you can do like the pupils and the coloring and all that stuff.
I should do that because eyes are my weakness. Like, that's just the thing I have the most difficulty on.
I mean, I this thing looks simple enough that I would probably like to paint it. The problem with me is I'm so, like, detail oriented that I would. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'd be going at this thing like, I gotta make sure I get all the little highlights in there with the hair so it's not all just one solid color. And then also you gotta get, you know, the sunlight just reflects off some of the surfaces of the face.
Yeah, but that's nothing, like, that's not a big deal. Like, the one, I mean, I hate bringing up the Chaos Mini over and over and over, but that is the best example of everything. Like, that's my best thing ever. I love so much. But that one, I went full on throttle, and I did not stop until I was like, okay, this has to be perfect in every single way that I am satisfied. Nothing wrong with doing that. Being an over perfectionist is a good thing. In terms of finishing quickly, no, get wrecked, you nerd. But getting quality, it would, like, you know,
holy hell.
If you take forever, it's not the end of the world as long as it looks nice. Is my motto.
Yeah,
which is why I'm so goddamn slow.
Do you know what type of printer Max has?
Resin, I think.
Well, do you know what brand? Is it an Elegoo Mars or no?
I have absolutely zero clue. You have to ask Max.
Damien's got the Elegoo Mars, and it comes out so smooth. So I'm looking at one right now.
Yeah, I want to buy a 3D printer one day too, honestly.
Yeah, a 3D printer would be tight.
Yeah, it would make my life a lot easier.
If you could print your own things and then also just have them ready to go to paint. Yeah. Man. Game changer, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, I do. Oh, son of a... Alright. Yeah. Oh, my hand's in the way again. That's the ultimate challenge today, is keeping my hand out of the frame and trying to get this thing's, like...
Can you raise... Is there any way to raise... You don't have to do it right now. Maybe if and when we take a break. Is there a way to make your camera higher up?
Yeah.
Because I have it zoomed in pretty well on the... Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Well, look, see? There it is. Yeah, I can do that very easily.
I mean, is it in your way at all?
No, just in front of my face, see? Like, cover my eyes, probably. But that does help a little bit. So that way I can get into a more comfortable angle.
Cantina XIII, Cantina Zill. Elegoo Mars is solid. We use Anycubic Photon S. It's in the same price range as well, and would 10 out of 10 recommend.
That sounds like that's not real. like
it's just like Photon S, huh? I don't know. I don't know anything about any of this.
Just literally made up a bunch of words and just put them together.
I don't know. I'd have to look into it. They're expensive. They're expensive as hell. But yo, I'm paying you.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you can put that towards a nice little 3D printer.
Oh, I already spent the money that you gave me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I literally paid you yesterday, so what did you buy?
The Hero Forge Mini.
Oh, that's right. You got the color one, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm
Did
gonna
you
see
look?
if it's good.
Yeah, I was gonna. I had. Yo, I'm gonna send you a link. I did one for spoiler. I don't know if it's gonna come in at all for the Gyllenhaal campaign, but I made a
You make a Sal mini?
Sal mini. No, I made a Sal mini, and it doesn't look like Sal at all. Holy hell! Because there's no like fish. It's. I had to use like the lizardborn, but I made a Raven Queen one.
That's cool.
For anybody here that isn't familiar with Hero Forge, you can make D&D miniatures of just about anything. I'm gonna link the.
Apparently, except for fish people.
I just sent it in the Twitch chat. It is a Raven Queen mini that I just made. She's 9 feet tall. She's got these huge ass wings. I just added it into the Twitch there. So if you want to look at it whenever you have time, Edward, but not right now because you don't have time. But you can basically make anything. I made one for myself, and I was messing around with the outfits last night at like 2 o'clock in the morning because I could not sleep at all. There's like an 80s outfit with like these sunglasses with these little stripes through them. It's so perfect. I love it. Obsessed with it.
Oh, I saw that one. That one's great.
Let's see. Buying a 3D printer saves you money on Hero Forge minis because you can just buy the. Yeah. So, Dylan, we're I don't know if you were here earlier, but we're doing a Curse of Strahd game soon, and we made minis for that. And instead of buying the miniatures myself, I bought the STL files because our friend Damien can print them. So he's gonna print them.
I wanted to see what the colored ones looked like, so I didn't do that. And I'm probably gonna regret it.
Yeah, you can have them printed as just like the base resin. You can have them printed as a different coated color resin. You can have them printed now in full color, but it's like $60 to do that. Or get the STL for $8. Booch wants to know, is this dragon for your game? Can you use minis for a virtual game? I only caught a little of the last session. So there's different ways to run a virtual session. Basically, you can use minis if we do exactly what Eddie's doing right now. He could use his phone to set up the table, use the miniatures, and then position the phone to get good camera angles, and then we would use the little pieces for our characters and to say like where we put our character and arrange ourselves to do combat and stuff. But for the most part, for our mid-level game, we just do theater of the mind where we try to envision everything that's happening. So Dylan would set the scene and would tell us about like the forest and like the smells and the sounds and what the air feels like around us, and we would try to put our headspace into that, and then just play. We would play pretend with one another.
It's funny. I actually sometimes I forget that we're doing Theater of the Mind, and it kind of like I think to myself, it's like, man, Dylan actually like he knocks himself down a lot, but he's a really good DM at specifically.
Ugh, don't say that. He's here.
Well, hold on.
Compliment him when he's not here.
Okay, well, great. Anyway, he's a good DM, especially at Theater of the Mind, because, like, every time I play Theater of the Mind, my brain goes, "Oh, where's the minis?" Like, my brain just goes immediately there.
Right.
With Dylan, I forgot that even it was Theater of the Mind. Like, he's very good at making so I forget.
He's okay.
Yeah, well, okay.
No, he's really good. I enjoy that game a lot, and he for sure doesn't give himself enough credit.
Yeah, he is a very good DM, whether he thinks so or not.
I'm sure. As with everybody, I'm sure that if he had his own setup and all of his miniatures, and we could all get together at a table, that he'd be able to crush it.
Oh yeah, but
next level.
I don't mind. Nice. I would not mind. I do not mind Theater of the Mind when it comes to doing. In my Sunday game, that's not the mid-level. We do Theater of the Mind, and sometimes, every so often, I'll be like, I wish there was minis here because this is like pain.
Dude, I hate it. I feel like I'm not good at it. I'm not good at running this Theater of the Mind game, and I'm also not good at envisioning things. And it's really, really hard virtually because there's a lot of distractions. Like, are your phones right here? I have YouTube up. I try so hard to stay focused, but like, if we get into combat or something, I'm checked out.
That's what happens to me too, and that's why I almost refuse. I tried doing Theater of the Mind with the kids that I work with once, and oh my actual god, it was hell. I was like, I'm in hell. This is the worst. That's like one of the last games I played with them. Like, I don't even do it anymore because they kind of ruined it for me.
You kind of, I mean, anybody can do it, really, and that's why I'm worried about doing, like, playing Outlast. Like, spoiler, I haven't even played that game yet. I made it a year ago and I haven't played it a single time, just because I'm worried about it. I'm scared of the Theater of the Mind aspect, and also, like, it's meant to be a faster thinking game, so that way, like, you set the scene and then the players just go, like, you just do things, like, oh, I want to go do this, and then you kind of just have to run with it with something that's not really established. So that's why in like the rules for it, it says, like, set something up in a place that you're familiar with, because then you have that in your head already. So, like, we could do, I said this to my mom, like, you could start a zombie outbreak in Walmart in East Greenbush. We all know what that looks like. And then if you were to walk outside, you know where to go. Like, you know, Route 4, you know, all that stuff.
Well, some of us know that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. but starting with something you're familiar with, and then even, we're turning this now into a advice show, but that's what you do with Theater of the Mind. Like, take what you're familiar with and then make it fantasy. So now think of East Greenbush, but like Walmart is now a large bazaar. Like, there's a bunch of taverns and not taverns, a bunch of shops with different sort of stuff that's going on.
Want to see your manager?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, but essentially that. And then you roll with it, and you're familiar, you know the layout of the area, and you have a town, and then once you get outside of that town, you get to like Averill Park. That's all, that could be your forest. Averill Park's a village somewhere, and that's where Elodius is from, whatever.
Yeah, if I ever play Outlast and we're in a modern day setting, I will play Karen, 100%.
Dane's here. Hi, Dane.
Dane. Welcome
to the party, Dane. For those of you that don't know, Dane is our best friend and family member, and also, Dane, at the start of this, Eddie and I got engaged. We're lovers.
God damn it. Okay, well, can we put some context in that a little bit?
No, there was no context. I think that was just
a Star Trek joke. No.
You made a what is that? Is that the one of the lightsabers?
Or is that? I don't even know if I was that Star Trek? I don't even know. I made some kind of. I said engage. Which one's engage? It's not even Star Trek.
I don't know. Is it? It's that Robin Williams movie. Cars.
So that was dumb. Okay.
Is there a benefit or disadvantage to using Theater of the Mind versus something like Roll20? You go, because I just answered the last one. And I have a very negative answer for this.
Roll20, I think, is superior to Theater of the Mind, because when I did Humblewood, if I didn't only do it all on Theater of the Mind, I would have gone goddamn insane. Theater of the Mind, I think it can be superior in some scenarios. Let's say, for the sake of argument, you're playing a game and you're using a monster that's like never been a thing. Like you're the first person on the planet to think of this mother. Like, you're a very unique monster.
A beholder dragon.
Well, no, because we just saw those pictures of that. So
sure, whatever.
Like something crazy. Theater of the Mind, I guess, works in that scenario. I don't know. It's a bad example, but you know what I mean. Like it's
a good example. It's a good example.
Theater of the Mind can be really good. I think that. Okay, so let me rephrase this. The best way in running D&D, my brain, is Theater of the Mind combined with the minis and stuff. Like, it's a combination of both. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's essentially That's
yeah.
D&D, you know.
Yes,
That's
that
what you
is
just
what
described.
D&D. Yes, the best way to play D&D is to play D&D
At a table
at a
with
table.
thousands of dollars worth of miniatures
Yeah.
and
Okay.
your friends.
Oh, I got one. Saving money, theater of the mind, is superior. Saving money.
Yes. No. So to answer the question, Roll20 blows.
Really, I love Roll20.
Dog, I can't stand it. It slows the game down so much for me personally, because what happens is like, all right, ready? Let's go back to your Humblewood game. So last year Eddie ran a small arc of this game called Humblewood, which is Dungeons and Dragons meets these little tiny
woodland
creatures. Yeah, it's little baby
So
owls
awesome.
and rabbits and all sorts of stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah, you can buy Humblewood, and I think I think their Kickstarter is done, but it's this whole thing, and it's great. I love Humblewood.
It was definitely a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. But what happens is you have to go on there and you have to get the scale right if you're going to use tokens, so that way you can move them. Exactly.
Yeah.
See, like that's exactly.
I remember,
so you have to get the
it
scale right
sucked.
for every single map you want to use,
So much work.
all the layouts, and then get the tokens all set up so that way they moved into the scale properly and they snap to the grid. On top of that, you have to worry about all the other shit that's going on, and all the players have access to moving them at any point. So you have to like make sure you're paying attention to maintaining the game itself on Roll20 while also running the game. It's a whole added level of stress that is unnecessary.
That is a fair point. Yeah, because I remember I had to set all that shit up, and it was I was gonna lose my mind. And then one thing, like sometimes, Ryan, Terry, or Anthony, or whatever, they would all just like draw dicks on the fucking map.
Not me. I'm appropriate.
No, you were a part of it. 100% you were. Don't you ever lie about that again. Don't you ever lie.
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing is like if you're like trying to talk or you're trying to set the scene or we're in the middle of something, you have Dane and I typing messages to each other on the Roll20 screen because you can't stop us.
Exactly. For a lot of people, playing Roll20 like that and stuff just shuts them out of the game entirely.
Yeah,
For example,
it's rough.
I tried running Humblewood for my Schenectady friends, and it ended pretty quickly because I kind of got sick of running Humblewood because it was not as fun anymore. Doing it with them, to be perfectly honest, but also because Max couldn't get into it at all, and he didn't like it even for a little bit because he couldn't get into it because of the whole online thing.
Well, that's Terry. Terry didn't like it either because of the online thing.
Yeah, Terry. Yeah, it's true. And Terry and Max both left because it's like I can't do it. A lot of people just can't do it.
Yeah,
and I completely understand it.
It's really hard. It really is. You have to like stay focused and be committed, and it is definitely a chore. Being said, the music that you're hearing is Roll20.
That is the one thing that Roll20 does supreme. When I did Humblewood, and I was able to control like the soundtrack and like the things you could hear so well, that was awesome.
Yeah, it's really sick. I
used the piss out of that.
And it's free to use, which is why we can do this, and Twitch isn't like banning us. If I were to go on Spotify right now and play background music, it wouldn't let us upload it to YouTube. It would just mute the whole thing.
Yeah. What I did when I ran Humblewood, I used like songs and stuff I liked, and I downloaded it into Roll20, and I played with it so much. Like the bad guy would sing some stuff, like because that's just how the bad guy was.
Oh yeah, because you did the
beast from
Over the Garden Wall.
Over the Garden Wall, yeah. The beast from Over the Garden Wall made an appearance in Humblewood. It wasn't the exact same thing. It was different because it was actually just an eldritch being. It doesn't matter. But like I was able to make that work so well just because of Roll20. If it was anything else, it would never worked.
So okay. Roll20 is sick. It really is. If you can have all the work done for you and you don't have to worry about maintaining it. There are a bunch of pre-made modules on Roll20. So like let's just say you wanted to run Tomb of Annihilation.
Man. We did Tomb of Annihilation, or Tomb of Horrors?
We did Tomb of Horrors, right, and I found the maps.
Yeah, and that was really cool.
Yeah, that was sick. Like, I was able to run that and focus on running it because the map was already done. They also have this, if you get the pro version, you can get, like, the dynamic lighting. So as your token moves through a hallway, it if you don't have like dark vision, like you can't see in the dark, your token would show X amount of light around you because of the torch you had. So you'd be moving through darkness with just a circle, and then all of a sudden you'd get around a corner and there'd be a creature token waiting for you, and you don't see that coming. That's cool. I like that because that makes it even a little bit more immersive, as long as you don't have to control that. So
Yeah,
there
that was cool.
are pluses and minuses to it, especially with the pre-made modules where somebody went and did all the work for you and then put it on Roll20 for you to go and upload to your own games.
Yeah,
That's
different
cool.
strokes for different folks is what I always say.
Yeah. So right now, I have Roll20 up, and it's all a blank canvas because we use it just for music. Like the mid-level games, we use it for music in the background. I control the music while we're playing. In combat, I switch it to combat music. In an intense situation, I switch it to like intensity. Like I went through and made different playlists with what they have.
I wish I can go back in time and stream the Humblewood game that we played. I really do.
That'd be sick. I would like to play that again, but in person.
Yeah, that game was so awesome, but I can never run it the same way.
They have Humblewood minis, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Because those would
but
be cool to use.
But it was so well done. Well, I mean, not really. It was fine. I was very satisfied how it came out, and I can't replicate it again. I tried. I can't. It's only like that was lighting in a bottle. I'll never be able to DM something like that.
So here, let me ask you a question. This might be a spoiler for anyone that wants to play Humblewood, but how much of that did you come up with?
Half.
Was like the fire and stuff, was that you or was that in the module?
The fire elemental is in the module, and the way to defeat it, I think, what did you guys do? And like the way to defeat it was a little bit different. That was in the module. Anything involving the beast at all, 100% me. That was obviously because Humble wouldn't have that.
Now, did you adapt enough to what we wanted to do, or what did it? For lack of a better word, like was it railroaded at all?
I felt railroaded me a little bit sometimes, not all the time. I think that's a question that you could answer more than I ever could. Did you feel railroaded?
Well, I didn't feel railroaded. I'm thinking more in terms of like what the module calls for and what we wanted to do. So like as we're like, oh, we want to go and talk to so and so, or when we get to the town and I'm like, hey, I want to go. I'm playing this character that literally just died and was revived by whatever deity. I want to go and get things because now I want to like suture up my wounds, essentially.
Some of it was me. The Humblewood campaign is very nice in terms of like, it's like, oh, this is what you want to say as this guy. Oh, you want to do this. This is how you like play this, and it's like this is what they'll say, like stuff like that. Like it goes into detail a lot. I give Humblewood that. He is very good at that. I didn't stray too far from the path in terms of the things that was not the beast. However, there are some things that changed. Do you remember the part when you guys climbed that giant tree and met the great owl?
Yeah.
That is not Humblewood at all. That was all me.
Now, was that you, or was that because that was something we wanted to do, so you had to make up a story for it?
No, I railroaded you guys into wanting to... I manipulated you guys into wanting to climb up that tree.
Manipulated. There, you heard it first. Manipulation tactics.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, you guys gotta go talk to the Great Owl because he's like the most important person ever. And it's just like, oh, and then you guys just kind of wanted to do it, and I was like, okay, great, perfect. Everything involving the Great Owl in that thing is based off Secret and Nim, and I just stole it from Secret and Nim.
So what would happen if we didn't go talk to the Great Owl? Wait, because we went up there and didn't we bailed, right? Didn't you want us to fight a bunch of shit and we were like, no thanks?
I didn't care about you fighting. That was just a time waster, essentially. This was something you guys to do, so that, like, just because. I think that might be... Yeah, no, that was something I just threw at you just for the sake of it. And it was just trying to get you to get to the Great Owl in general.
It was after the Great Owl. It was on our way back down.
Oh, yeah. Anything that... Was it... Like, talking about that thing where a huge battle happened?
Yeah.
That, I think, was... fuck.
Because there was the huge battle, and then we went to the academy.
Okay, so I remember now. The huge battle, I think, was a mix between me and Humblewood. Because I know in Humblewood there is supposed to be a rebellion. That's a whole plot point. But the way it played out was all me until you guys jumped off the.
Yeah, we
goddamn
jumped
roof.
off the we jumped off the tree.
That was something you guys. I did not manipulate. You just did that. You just. I was
That's
like,
right.
oh,
I remember that now.
And you guys.
Because we could all fly. We could all like hover or whatever. So we just floated down.
And then you guys skipped a bunch of stuff because of that. But I was fine with that. Because the stuff you skipped, I was like, well, you know, I don't really care about running any of that stuff anyway.
Right. So.
And you went to the academy, and that is actually one of my favorite parts of running it too. Was the
academy
Magic
I remember the
fun.
most.
Yeah,
because
the magic classes was all me.
With like the necromancer that was teaching that stuff, yeah.
The necromancer is a character and a very important character, and the personality that they had was Humblewood. But the class, like when I had you sit through the classes, that was all me, 100%.
Because I remember it was Milo that I was playing, and I remember finding Otis.
That was me, 100%.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Otis wasn't in Humblewood.
Right.
But like that whole, I don't remember any of that feeling railroaded.
It was. No.
I mean, that's good then. Like, if you can pull it off to where it's like railroaded enough, and also we don't feel like it as players, then you've done your job.
Yeah. Some of it was, some of it wasn't. At the very end, it super duper was, because it had to. If it played out any differently, I'd be like super stuck. I wouldn't know what to do. Thank God you took the bait.
I want to applaud Dylan one more time because I think he bailed. So.
Oh, now it's time
we
to do that.
We can talk good about him now.
God damn it.
I was talking to him the other night, and I was like, hey, I'm trying to do this new way of planning for sessions where I don't plan at all. I don't know if you can tell in the Thursday game, but I have straight up stopped planning.
The only reason I didn't know that you did that is because you straight out said that you didn't plan 100 times consecutively. You're like,
I'm impressed with myself. Is why I'm saying that. It's like, okay. This felt good to me, and I'm not planning.
Was the part with the griffin and that whole dragon fight, was that just
Dog,
on the spot?
Seriously, I'm not even kidding. I will read you my notes from last session. Ready?
Yeah.
I have the captain's name, what they look like, what their demeanor is, and what the emblem is of the pen guards. So that's plot point number 1. Number 2 is the camp. How many tents there are, how many soldiers there are, and what they're doing there. Number 3 is Terry's NPC Fober arrives at 8 o'clock on a griffin that needs to be returned at the base of the Brokeback Mountains. Yes, you heard it right.
Not giving that.
And they get 500 gold back. And then
not happening.
I have travel encounters ? That's it. End of notes.
Griffin dragon fight was so fun. I loved that so much. That griffin's mine. I'm keeping it though.
I wasn't expecting you guys to fly away from where you were. So I wanted some sort of encounter, but I didn't know what, and that's why I was like looking at my minis a lot, and I was like, what can we have? And then I grabbed the crocodile, and I was like, oh, I could just do this for funsies. And it lasted exactly as long as I thought it would last, because I didn't think that was going to be a whole combat, because that'd be silly. It's got like 12 hit points. But then I looked again, and when you guys were flying, I was like, well, what would see you flying? And I turned around and immediately looked at a green dragon mini, and I was like, what's the challenge rating of this? And I went to the encounter builder, and I threw it in there really quick while you guys were talking. And while I was playing the Falcor theme, and I looked at it, and I was like, oh, it's like a medium encounter. All right, sure, why not? So I waited until the song was over, and then attacked you with a green dragon. Not planned. None of that was planned. At the very end, the last thing you guys did, that just came out of my mouth. That wasn't even a thing that I had thought of previously. It just, I needed to end somehow, and that was what I wanted to end with. So now I gotta figure out why.
I want that griffin so bad. You have no idea. I will fight Terry. I'm not kidding. I love that stupid thing. Pretty much, for those of you who do not know, because there's no way anyone should know, We in our last session on Thursday, not streamed by the way, so there's no way you're able to see this. One of Terry's followers in his little adventure thing, it's a non-player character, has a griffin, and he flew into the griffin, and we were trying to find him for a long time, and we finally found him, and I love that griffin very much. And we played the never-ending. When we were flying on it, we were playing the never-ending story, and that's how we came up with its name, Falcor. And we were riding on it while a green dragon attacked us because we were riding on a griffin, so of course it did. And I loved it immensely. I want that griffin so bad. I will do anything. I'm also in debt to because I have a flame tongue sword and I have to pay it off, but I don't care. And I want the thing. I want the griffin. Give it to me. Give me money.
We'll see what happens. So anyways,
it's happening.
Yeah, that was fun, and that's like the beauty of the theater of the mind is like you can be quick with it, right?
Yes.
So we have the table set up in like the forest environment, whatever. I have all the trees out and everything, and it's pretty fluid to the point where like I had a lake drawn on the map, and then you had your encounter by the lake, and then I just covered it up with more trees to be like, hey, pretend the lake's not there. Now you're just in deeper in the forest now or whatever, and I didn't move anything, and just pulled out the flight risers and put a dragon there, and I was like, okay.
Oh wow!
Now all of a sudden,
out of the screen.
You know, it's glorious being able to just think on the spot and go with it and come up with something interesting and have a reason for it. I've been trying to play around with here. I'm gonna do another spotlight really quick. There is this thing. I'm gonna swap screens really quick just so I can hold this one up. There is this.
How's that thing?
It is a book, and it will tell you obviously combat tactics for different creatures. And I want to start reading through this more because it's extremely interesting.
Oh no!
Oh, nards.
Right? We're good. What are you saying?
For an example, do you know what a dark mantle is?
No.
So, remember how I was telling you about the ropers?
Yes.
They look like stalagmites and stalactites, and they have like a 40-foot reach or whatever.
Are you talking about the thing right now? The things that like fly?
The dark mantles are the ones that fly, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I do
so they're the same exact concept. They hang like stalactites, and they fold their wings down to look like a stalactite. And if you're looking around in a cavern or whatever, and you're like investigating the area, you'd have to roll super, super high to know that there's like one that looks a little fleshy. But
yeah,
what they do, and this is in this book, and I'm using this as an example because they have like a low CR, so I don't know if you guys would ever fight one. But what they do is they wait in a small tunnel, no bigger than like 15 feet tall, and they wait for its prey to go underneath it. And then they use a bonus action to use darkness, which emits magical darkness in a 15-foot radius around it. And then it drops down onto somebody and uses its attack action to strangle and start suffocating the target. So.
Uh-oh, what the heck happened?
Oh no.
Oh, it's my phone's 20%.
So okay, what it does is it starts to strangle one person, which means the darkness around you would also make it so they don't know what's going on. Right? So it gets very scary for a brief moment. And the tactics say if it gets hit for like 1 or 2 hit points, it will let go and fly to the farthest creature away from it to try again. And then when it takes a certain amount of hit points, it will fly away, dash down the hallway with its full movement speed, and then hide and try to act as a stalactite until the hallway is cleared and the threat has gone away.
Nice.
So I just like the concept of the creature's tactics being able to, like, you know, run away and hide, because it's not going to stay there and fight to the death. Why would it?
Yeah. Yeah, that book is very interesting.
Yeah, I want to read through it more.
The one thing that I'm like
cool
super excited when I played Raymond Aron, who was a for those who do not know, because of course, how would you know? Raymond Aron was
I barely even know.
Well, you let me get there. Is a blood hunter monster slayer from Anthony's game my brother's game when he ran Strahd. And that's one of my favorite characters of all time. This Strahd game that we're doing soon is that character's son. Anyway, and that's part of the reason why I love it so much. But to get to the point, I really like the idea of a monster hunter, because one thing that could happen is like, oh, a monster attacks somebody. Okay, then my character would be like, all right, tell me stuff about the attack, and then he'd like investigate it and stuff, and like tracking down monsters like that, like pretty much playing with The Witcher essentially, except combined with like Van Helsing or whatever, or I guess any generic monster hunter thing. That's not the point. And just like investigating the monster and like actually being useful and like, oh, this is what like the attack pattern and the motives of this particular monster is, like having that like thing and playing that out sounds so fun in my head. I'm so looking forward to it.
Now, is that why you have like Hunter's Trap and stuff?
Yep, that's it. It's all to fight monsters.
Okay.
It's like oh, I know this monster would fall for this trap. Like that's the reason why.
But do you actually know that though?
That the monsters will fall for a hunter's trap?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. Doubt it.
Because I want to say the creatures in Barovia are pretty smart.
It's not that like I don't think it's an intelligence thing, more of a dexterity thing, or I don't know. Maybe some like stupid beaver falls into it. Who knows?
A beaver.
Mm-hmm.
The great monster hunter has caught a beaver.
Yes. Yes.
It's a vampiric beaver.
Yeah, I mean that's why I gave my character 4 goddamn vials of holy water just to fight undead.
I gave myself 4 vials of my own blood.
What?
I don't know why, but part of me feels like if we're going to be fighting vampires, I might need my own blood for some reason.
Is the reason that you're stupid?
No, maybe we're getting into meta territory because we haven't played yet, but maybe I leave the blood as like a
as bait. That actually might be smart. Okay, that actually is smart. Good point. I actually have 4 vials, and one of the things that spoilers or whatever, no metagaming, that I was planning on doing is like fill them up with water. It's like let's say someone's like we're gonna try to interrogate them. It's like, oh, this is poison, and I'm gonna make you drink, like you just force down the throat. It's like, oh, tell me, and I have the antidote right here or something like that. You know what I mean? And trick them, even though it's like placebo effect, whatever. Just like vials of water, just to trick people into doing stuff.
You also have 3 clerics, so we can just make it holy water.
You know, shut up. Oh wait, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, well, we could, or we can do my funny little idea that I just said.
I mean, we can do all the ideas. We can do all of them.
Yeah, I'm actually super stoked how many items that my character has. It's insane.
I was also looking through like the spell requirements and stuff, like the component requirements, even though we use like the focuses. Yes. And one of them for Bane, you need a drop of blood, which gave me the idea of getting vials.
Oh, good idea. Yeah.
Also, I think it's really funny if we get like spray bottles, like spritzers. We fill it with holy water, but we turn the nozzle to like stream so we can like shoot them with the holy water from like 20 feet away, like a little super soaker.
That's a good idea.
So that's the first thing I'm gonna do when we play is try to get a super soaker for holy water.
Oh my god.
Anyways, we're painting. We're painting. Hey y'all. Yes. If you guys have any other questions for D&D, for painting, for life itself, we'll try to answer them. We are not professionals at any of this stuff, so don't listen to anything we say, except for maybe like...
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. smash that like button, hit that subscribe, give us your free Amazon Prime subscription for Twitch. Every little bit helps. I don't know anything. We haven't done anything with this at all, so trying to figure it out as we go along. You can all get on the ground floor. Who wants to be our first subscriber? I'm going to be. Any plans to stream any in real life games? I've thought about it. I really have.
That too, yeah.
I really have. I like our games. I like our dynamics. But it's a challenge. It's not that it's a challenge. You would need the cameras, and you would need microphones. So yes. it goes from a more personal space to a more claustrophobic space, for lack of a better word, because now you have all the microphones taking up all that space. You have to make sure everyone's good. You have to check all the audio levels and everything. And it becomes this whole production to make it good, at least.
Yeah.
Because we could just set up a laptop and then just stream it from the side of the room. But then you're not the audio call is going to be shot.
We could always just do a podcast, though, kind of thing, like Adventure Sound.
Same thing, though, is the...
Yeah, but it's a little bit less work.
The sound.
Yeah, but instead of just focusing on the sound and the video quality, it just becomes one of those things.
You know what the people want that they don't get when we play our mid-level games? Is the...
What in God's name are you doing?
I'm rolling a D20. They don't get the ASMR of the dice rolling. It's the best part.
Yeah.
But I would really like to. I think that'd be a really fun endeavor. Even if it was just like, you know how Dimension 20 they do like a series of one-shots?
Yeah.
And they're all like 4 or 5 episodes long?
Sure.
That could be cool. Like if we were able to set something up to live stream, not live stream, but even like if we recorded it, even a in-person game with a couple different cameras, like
yeah,
there's just a lot to it.
I have a campaign idea, just not in general, like not for that, but like I was thinking about it a while back. And I was like, this is a really good idea. Yeah, have you ever watched Sunny in Philadelphia?
I have, but hang on, hold that thought real quick. Booch, we would like to, but for mid-level in particular, Kyle, Serena, and Dylan all live over in Vancouver on the other side of the country in Canada. So we wouldn't be able to do anything in person with them. But we did talk about doing a hot tub session where
we did.
Dane, Eddie, and I are in one hot tub, and the other 3 are in a different hot tub across the world. And
not a terrible idea.
And we do a hot tub stream.
That is not a terrible idea.
That could be so fun. Anyways, your campaign idea. What do you got here?
So if you're watching Philadelphia, it's pretty much it's just like be a group of people who own a bar, and it's just a bunch of people trying to scam. Pretty much just like copy the premise of Selling Philadelphia. Like you own a bar and you try to scam people, and it'd be like just a comedy. I feel like that'd be so fun to do. Like never treat it seriously ever. That would be so sick. Like,
so would the players be the cast of Always Sunny?
No. I mean, every single time I say it, so I want to ask that. No. I mean, it's
or is it like sort of like a guild? Like the bar is a guild, and you would go there and you would talk to Dan DeVito, the quest giver. And
it wouldn't. No. None of them would be appearing in it. I'm just saying it would be like.
I'm using him as an example.
Well, it throws me off.
Okay, so Randy Libido is the quest giver, and he says, "Howdy, y'all! Welcome to Putty's Tavern."
Yeah, but it's really just like, what kind of stupid scheme can you come up with to try to steal people's money?
So it's basically it's a thieves guild.
Yeah, that's it. if it's more of a con man thing, but yeah, that would be really, and like it's just a comedic centric like focus of that. I was thinking about that would be so funny.
I mean, I'd be into that. What you should do though is you should watch a couple movies, that are more like serious based. because like what's that one with Kevin Spacey?
Well, it's not an idea I consider. It's just more like a thought bubble.
No, I know. But like, so to elaborate more is like, maybe this Patty's Pub or whatever, this tavern, is a comedy thing, but also with the comedy is like you're laying out different heists. So the first one would be like I think it's Kevin Spacey in the movie 21 where they go into like the blackjack gambling.
Oh. I'm vaguely familiar.
There's also one. There's an older movie. I freaking love it. It's called Matchstick Men, with Nicolas Cage.
I'm not familiar.
Oh, it's amazing. Dude, you gotta watch that one. It's called Matchstick Men. It's very, very good. And he's basically a con man, and the whole thing is just, dude.
Oh no!
No spoilers. But it would be cool for you to like watch a couple movies that have different sort of heist themes to it, and then incorporate that into a humor-centric mini campaign, because where like every heist could be a 4 or 5 session arc where we go into the planning the heist, we go into getting all the stuff we need for it, casing the joint, whatever it is, whatever we're doing, and then we move on to the actual execution and then reward.
Just throwing it out there, I'm right now I'm working on the inside of the mouth with red.
Just plain red?
Well, at first, yeah, the base coat.
All right. Is that what the paint is called? Just red?
No, it's sorry, right. This is heavy red.
Heavy red. All right, heavy red for the mouth, the lips, and the tongue.
Oh no! God damn it! Oh my god.
What is your problem? We gotta get your shit sorted out here.
No, I'm very clumsy.
Hot tub D&D with laminated sheets and floating dice. Yo, Butch.
That's not a bad idea.
We did. We played D&D 3 years ago. We played it at a Denny's.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we did. Terry was running the game, and we went and we played at Denny's.
Did people give you looks?
I think it was Terry running it. I actually don't remember now. Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe one of his friends. But we got like one of the back corner booths, and we brought our character sheets. It was before D&D Beyond. We had our dice with our little dice trays. Not our dice trays, but like our dice containers. And we ate food at Denny's with endless water. We were like, yo, keep the waters coming. And we played D&D all night. It was so sick.
That does sound pretty sick.
But if we got... I'm going to look up, because now Booch has me thinking. Google.
I gotta go thinner with my brush here.
Let me know if you want to take a break at all. It's 8 o'clock.
No, because if I take a break, I'll fall behind.
You got it. No breaks. You heard it here, folks. If you want to take a break, go get a drink, go take a snack.
What?
Stretch your thighs. What was I searching
thighs?
for? What was I was searching for something. What were we just talking about?
Said?
Yeah, I said. Yeah, that's what I said. I don't remember what I was just searching for. Oh, inflatable.
Alright, anyone needs to know, I'm doing the teeth right now with skeletal bone from Army Painter War Paints. Yep. I'm doing the teeth right now, so I can get the...
Holy hell.
Yeah, that's it. I just need to get the teeth. And I'm going to use this very thin brush, so this is going to take a lot of focus. Alright. Focus time.
Okay, so there's a... How do you do a share link on Amazon? Bezos? Where's my share link?
Actually, doing this with red first was actually a really good idea, because then I can get like a little bit of gum in there.
Shit.
In hindsight.
Whoops, I'm sharing it to my email. Let's not do that.
Son of a bitch. Okay, here we go.
How the frick? Well, anyways, I'll just copy the whole Amazon link and see if it lets me.
Dude, I have a kid at work who was singing Bo Burnham songs like Jeffrey Bezos.
Jeffrey Bezos.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, why do you know that song?
So I just sent in the Twitch chat a inflatable D20 that is like the size of a friggin' person, so you can use it in the pool. There's also an inflatable army tank that you sit in. Yo, what? This is so dope. Inflatable army tank that sucks up water and you can use it as water cannons. Hold please.
Oh, actually, I do know what you're talking about. I've heard that before.
I ain't never even seen it.
I want to get into that gum.
Booch, I was also thinking normal size dice, but I don't know if that would work. I don't know if there's
I think you
small
lose those quick. If you're
small
doing it
floating
with-
dice.
You're just asking for trouble at that point.
The big one could be fun though, because I'm trying to think of like a fun pool game that you can make using a big D20. Like you have to, like, let's just say you want to go and do a dive or something, right? And you have to roll the dive first to see if it's a good dive or a bad dive. And then if it's like, let's say you roll a 1, you have to belly flop.
Oh my god, fuck that. I'm not risking that. I would legit
I don't know,
die.
man. That sounds like fun to me. That sounds like a good ass time.
That would be painful.
Would it?
Yeah, it would hurt
Yeah,
like
if you're a coward.
hell. Okay.
This is okay, so let's talk about painting really quick.
Sure.
I don't really pay attention to what you're doing very much, if I'm going to be honest. I watch you, but I'm like also interacting and clicking and sending links and stuff, so I'm not really paying attention to what you're doing specifically.
Well, you shouldn't, because that's your job is to make it so this is seamless and not worried about it's, you're the party and the painting.
I'm the party. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say was, it's awesome. It's really sick looking at this thing at the start of the session, having it be all gray, and then when I actually pay attention to see what you're doing, this thing's all painted. Like, this thing's basically ready to go.
Not yet, but
Well, I said basically.
well, base code, yeah. If you wanted to run this at a table, it wouldn't be the worst thing. But
Are
we're
you
gonna go.
Are you gonna do like a black wash?
Yeah, so Jen asked that before when you were gone. I'm not doing a black wash. I'm doing something a little different.
Okay.
This is a different wash. I'm actually going to do that.
Is it with none oil?
Right? No. It's going to be with
Now-
Agrax Earthshade.
Question.
That's the second most popular thing in my opinion.
Wait, before you do anything,
Yeah.
do you have to let it dry at all?
Yes.
Okay, so do we have to hang out and let that bad boy
Nope.
dry?
It's been dry for a little while.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. When I moved to the other details in the front, I was God damn, this teeth is a little fucked. I got to change that.
All right.
Oh well.
Booch, they are not noob questions. I understand that you've never played D&D before, but they're not noob questions. They're awesome questions, and they are good for triggering conversation. So I appreciate all of them. If you have more, just ask them.
Yeah. I agree.
I also love talking about D&D, so you could ask a million questions, and I'd be so stoked to sit here and just answer them all.
Anytime at work, any kid asks me about any question of D&D, I go on a whole tangent.
Yeah, same. Like, you open the door, dude, and I'm like, here, look at this huge ass room I have.
Anyway, this is Agrax Earthshade. This is what I'm using.
It's not
What
in
are you saying
frame.
now? Sorry. It's
Oh wait,
not?
yes, no, it is. I was delayed.
Okay.
I have the
And
wrong
I'm combining
window
it
up.
with this called Lame
Lame is.
Lame is, yeah. Lame is medium. Lame and medium. And this is going to make it a little bit less striking. If is the layman's term. For what I'm doing. And pretty much it should make it so it's not as sharp. You want to do about 50-50.
Which one are you talking? What are you talking about? The wings?
This is for the wings. So this is gonna go right on those wings.
Got it. Hell yeah.
Yeah. But now that I'm looking at it as it's hitting the thing, I'm kind of wishing I did just the Agrax. No! It's at 10%.
I'm going to
Okay.
buy you a really long cell phone charger so you can have it plugged in during this.
Actually, I do have a charge thing right now. I just have been lazy putting it in.
That's that's nothing to me. I'm going to buy you a 10-foot cell phone charger cord.
Let me just get the charger in.
Is it a lightning port?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna buy it tomorrow.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The dog, this thing. Oh, I can't. Does it look like this?
Yeah.
Then yeah, it's a lightning port.
Yeah, lightning port, like I said.
So Butch never played, but with a base of knowledge from watching other campaigns, all the background has been super insightful. Yeah, dude. I mean, there's a ton of stuff. Like, I'm always worried about teaching anything to anybody about D&D because it is so overwhelming. It is disgustingly overwhelming because there's like what 20 source books that you can go through and be like, oh yeah, well this race came out in this book, but this class has a different subclass that came out in this book, and also you can get these spells and then you can multi-class and get these spells, or you can be a fighter. It's a lot, like, especially for somebody who's never played. It can be very overwhelming.
I agree, but to a point, and this is where I love talking about like people and stuff. It's like, oh, because I tell pretty much my thing to get them hooked is imagine anything, be anything you've ever wanted. You want to be Spider-Man? There's a way to do it. I found it out the other day. There are actually 3 ways to be Spider-Man. So it's like the fact that there's so much. It's like pretty much if you have a good jumping point where it's like, oh, you want to do this, this is how you're gonna do it, and that's why I think I like that so much.
Check your framing.
Oh, son of a bitch!
You're good. But yeah, no, I completely agree with you. But once that surface level has been crossed, let's just say we have Booch here. Let's say we were gonna set him up with a character to play in a campaign.
Yes.
Right. Now we have to figure out like what he wants to be. So let's say he wants to be a spellcaster and stay out of melee combat. Okay. Now which type of spellcaster? Do you want to do the warlock build where it's all necromantic magic and you have the potential of creating undead and stuff? Or do you want to be a wizard that has all the spells at your disposal? Or a sorcerer that's sort of in the middle, you know?
I would say go about it backwards. It's just like, hey, what do you want? And then you just tell them, oh, this is exactly how this would go.
Right. But at the same time, though, then you get to the point where, like when we were talking with Leanna, oh, I should have sent the link to Leanna because she was here last time. Maybe I'll send it and see if she pops in. Anyways, so when we were talking about it with Leanna the other night, when she first started, she was basically forced into a character that she didn't help create. So she was just sort of like filling a role, you know.
Obviously got to help the process. Pretty much in my head, the exact way I would do it is like you pretty much ask, hey, would you like to do? Like, what kind of character would you want to be? Like, would you want to be a guy who slings spells? Would you want to be a guy who's like Spider-Man? Would you be a guy like who's like Thor? Like, what kind of character do you want to be?
Let me interrupt you. Booch has answered your question.
Yes.
He said Ranger, Legolas, baby.
And that's very easy.
And you being obsessed with Lord of the Rings lately can answer this very well. How would you build a Legolas in D&D and also teach somebody who's brand new and doesn't understand all the ins and outs of the character build?
I would say take the first 5 levels in Ranger, because Ranger is very, very simple. Shoot bow, cast a few spells, maybe sometimes Hunter's Mark, shoot bow, profit.
Okay, but you're now teaching someone that's never played before. So what is Hunter's Mark?
Hunter's Mark is a spell. So pretty much when you are doing an action on your turn, there's an action and there's a bonus action. That is your turn, and movement, of course. And of course you can talk or whatever. Not the point. The point is there's an action and a bonus action. The normal action is used to cast spells normally and used to attack things generically. A bonus action is special little things that you can do sometimes that is designated as a bonus action. Hunter's Mark is a spell that uses your bonus action that pretty much all it does increases the damage that you deal by d6, which is nice. And all you do is that. It goes bonus action, Hunter's Mark, and you don't have to do a Hunter's Mark every single turn, obviously. Well, obviously, I'm saying like as if it's common knowledge. Sorry. You don't do Hunter's Mark every single turn. You do Hunter's Mark on the first turn because it uses a single spell slot. And you'll have at level, let's say level 1, you'll have access to like 2 or 3 spells slots for level 1. Not the point. You'll do Hunter's Mark on one thing, and then it stays on that thing, and then you pretty much just shoot your bow and arrow at it over and over and over. And that's Ranger. You just Hunter's Mark once, blast them. Or not even Hunter's Mark. You don't even have to Hunter's Mark. You just blast them to bits. Well, why not? That's looking really cool. And fuck, I need to get it even. So you do either that 5 ranges and 5 levels in Ranger, just like whatever, and then start multi-classing into Fighter, or you can go straight into Fighter and just use bow and arrows to begin with. And when you go into Fighter, you get at level 2 Fighter, you get this thing called Action Surge, and kill me right now. Action Surge is a thing that allows you to essentially almost take a second turn. And you can do it once per long rest, so pretty much like once per day, theoretically. And so what you can do is, if let's say you want to go Fighter first and just shoot arrows, you go pew 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 lots of times, or you can go Ranger and go Hunter's Mark pew pew, or like you can go Hunters, you can go Ranger and then multi-class into Fighter. So it's kind of a mix of the both, where it's like, oh, I shoot like 4 times and they're all higher damage because of Hunter's Mark. If you were doing Legolas specifically, it would be one of those 2 things, or just do both. I would probably do 5 levels Ranger and then 2 levels of Fighter at least, and then go from there. But yeah, there's ways that people will go on, like you can look up on YouTube, like people make builds for like stuff like that all the time. Like Legolas has, I bet you $1 million, like tons and tons of videos on like how to make him in D&D. But that's pretty much the gist. Fighter or Ranger or a combination. That's it. That's mostly it.
All right, so Leanna's here. Hi, Leanna. Hello.
Hi, Leanna.
Booch, did you follow that?
Yeah, I said it very quick. I'm a very quick talker, so sorry if I sound like it's a lot.
But that's exactly the point, though. Is like it is a lot, you know.
Yeah, but once you get into it, it makes sense.
Sure, but getting into it is the starting point. Well, so, like somebody who's going to play their first session, you want to get them set up to a point where like they can just go. Don't worry about the future. Don't worry about multi-classing. They want to just play a level 2 Ranger.
I would just say go pew pew pew, and that's it. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, and then all the other stuff you can learn just from playing, which was, to go back to my original point, whenever I'm trying to teach the game to somebody, the first thing I always say is, there's a lot I can tell you, but the best way to learn is to just jump right into it and play it.
Yeah.
I will hold your hand, I will take care of it, I will figure it all out, and I will help you, and we will all be helpful and understanding, and like Leanna, she's still learning how to count, bless her soul. But we're like, you know, figuring everything out. So and we're figuring it out together. And sometimes I'm learning things. My friend Chuck just joined our Tuesday game, and he's playing a Earth Genasi fighter, and he's got the protection feat. He's a protection fighter, and he's got the critical crusher feat.
I actually don't know a single thing you just said.
So basically, what happens with him is since he's a fighter, he gets crits on 19s and 20s.
And, yep.
And
is he a crit fisher?
What?
Is he a crit fisher?
That's what I just said. So, and then when he gets that crit, everybody else gets advantage on that target until his next turn.
Yeah. So
which is absurd. Because
so pretty much just like, try to get the crit all day.
Yeah, exactly. Because at level 14, everybody else, on top of him, everybody else has, 3 attacks. Steven, he's got Action Surge, so that's 6 attacks. Terry's got 3 Eldritch Blasts. That's 9 attacks right there. There's a Barbarian, so that's 2 attacks. There's the fighter himself, that's another 3 attacks. Also Action Surge, that's 6 attacks. Like 6, 12, 8, that's... You have up nearly 20 attacks that all have advantage with potential crits, And if it's on one target, that's a crazy amount of damage that's about to come through in one round of combat. It makes fighting that group nearly impossible.
Yeah. All I gotta do is get one crit, and it's like, get fucked, idiot.
All right. Leanna jumps in, and now we got a friggin' live chat. What's up, everybody? Hey, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, that new button down there. Click that bell.
Smash it.
We're sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh my god, I wish.
All right, what do we got here? What do you
That'd
do?
be awesome. I would just play as a joke the entire time.
Does he have a way to reduce the roll to crit? Anthony, what does that mean?
Okay. It means that, like, is there a way to make it so it's like, all you gotta do is hit an 18 and stuff? I got an idea here. There is not a way to reduce it anymore. However, there are ways to make it so you roll more times and you can get a more likely chance to hit crit. My main idea is if he takes lucky, that's not the worst idea in the world. Let's say he rolls low, use a lucky die, makes it a higher likely chance to crit.
I mean, I guess.
It's possible. There are ways.
Bucci, what do you do when a specific class isn't good for a campaign? Example, Archer in close quarters, or when it would create bad team unity. Example, multiple of the same class.
It usually wouldn't. So
how important is class coverage?
Okay, so that's actually a really good question. That really is. So that brings us.
It's also very relevant too.
It is. Yeah, it is. You want to have a good group dynamic. It's like, okay, this guy does this thing, this guy does the healer, blah, blah, but it's not the end of the world. For example, in our Strahd campaign, Jen, Terry, and Ryan are all clerics. And then there's me, who's a ranger right now, and Anthony, who is a fighter wizard. So having 3 clerics in the same party, I mean, cleric is kind of like, you know, the clerics can be all very different. But like having 3 clerics in the party is crazy on talk, in my eyes.
I mean, we're going to fight undead and vampires,
we're going to fight undead, so it works in that setting. Generally speaking, if you wanted the perfect party dynamic, you would want a spellcaster, blasting kind of guy, a person that heals, a person that tanks, and a person that sneaks. In some form, like shape or capacity, many classes fill those roles, and you know, many subclasses fill those roles is more likely the case. So you could have a fighter who also casts magic. You can have like a warlock who's also a tank. There's many ways to go about certain things, which is why I think having so many options, and even though it does feel overwhelming, I think it's kind of better just because, like, oh, you want to be a specific, like, you can pinpoint more what you want. But it does seem overwhelming at first. I definitely agree with that.
I think there's a way to pull it off.
Well,
like,
I think it's not the end of the world if you don't have the full party dynamic. Like, let's say you don't have someone with sneaking, like, and doing sneaking damage. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, you would want that to be a thing, but like, you can survive without one or the other.
So there's also things you can do in the game, like, let's say you wanted to play a game, you have 5 people playing, and all 5 of them are playing different types of monks. There's not much healing, right? There's also not much tanking, but there's a hell of a lot of stunning, and every single person can use the bonus key points, which is like an additional feature that monks get to do more stuff. You can use a key point to stun them, and then everybody else would be able to get advantage on the creature. And it's a lot of attacks because you get the flurry of blows. You get you can basically just go and punch and kick the thing to death.
You know, actually, it's I think a good analogy for it. Or not analogy, a good comparison is, if you ever play League of Legends.
No.
Well, I wasn't asking you,
Okay.
Ryan. But anyway, if for the sake of argument, someone has played League of Legends, in League of Legends, you want to have a party dynamic, like a whole like thing where everyone's like, oh, I go in this lane, I do this, blah 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 blah. Okay, now, and sometimes people like to be cheesy and they all do the same like role and they all go in mid lane, and then they win anyway because it's funny as hell. Imagine that. You can do that and it would work and it's funny and I would enjoy myself. However, generically, you would kind of want
the ideal spread.
The ideal spread. But you do not have to. And there's many ways to split that kind of thing. Like, you can have someone who's a tank and a healer at the same time. Super fucking easy.
Right. The other thing is, like, is there's classes that have passive abilities, like paladins. They give the people around them bonuses to saving throws. So let's just say a dragon comes over and breathes a bunch of fire. So now you have to make a saving throw to avoid the fire or take half damage or whatever it is. The paladin being within range of you gives you a bonus to that. It also makes you like immune to fear. There's a bunch of stuff that have paladins are very passive buff classes.
Oh, I'm out of frame here. Hold on, sorry.
But they also are tanky and they can also heal. So they're very hybrid. Druids.
Paladin's like my favorite class, by the way.
Yeah, paladins are tight. I was really this close to playing paladin for the Strahd game.
Oh, I almost played paladin too, but I played paladin already, so there wasn't much of a point in my head.
Druids are sick. Druids are very hybrid class.
I love druid.
We were talking about this the other day, but there's a race called Warforged, and they're basically like robots, for lack of a better explanation. They're robot people. But now they've made it so that way you can be a robot person druid and wild shape or turn into animals that also adopt that robot form. So it's essentially Transformers Beast Wars. It's the sickest goddamn thing that exists in D&D, and it's so dope. And I would love to play that character, but the idea of playing a Warforged is like hesitant movement for my brain.
Yeah, me too. I don't see myself playing as a Warforged anytime soon.
I mean, just because I feel like I'm the type of person that like I've been playing D&D for only 4 years, but I'm also the type of person.
Has it really been only 4 years?
Yeah, for me, yeah. Well, I have 5 years. I've been running games for 4 years, okay. According to my notes. But I'm the type of person that like wants to adopt that role. So like if I were playing a Warforged, I would want to have some sort of dialect or some sort of like intonation in my voice that makes it sound like I'm actually a Warforged. Like, what is the
smoker thing that you put in like that they put install in their throats if they smoke too much? You know what I'm thinking of?
Well, it's not just that, but yes, it's the.
I'd buy one of those if you get a voice box thingy. I would buy one.
Yeah.
I would actually, if it actually does work.
There's also.
I'd feel like a dick the entire time, but it'd be worth it.
What is the what the hell is it? The do you remember like AIM? You had like the
Oh my god, I haven't thought about AIM in so long.
There was like a robot voice that would like talk to you to work. It was like,
hello.
It's like something Sam.
I would want to talk like that all the time.
Like I would want it to be good, like robotic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's actually good though.
But I'm like inhaling, so I can only have like 6 words per sentence. So it would be impossible.
But that would be pretty sick.
Anyways, Jack says if that works in your League of Legends match, that's terrible. Microsoft Sam.
Oh,
thank you, Booch. I knew it was Sam something, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Hello.
Oh, Jack, you are correct, Jack. That is, if that worked, it would be terrible. But you're playing like a casual, it does work, and that's when it's funny and fun to do. Again, though, if you did that in a competitive tournament, in a competitive thing, and even like lower than that, like for the most part, you will die, but it's funny. Like, I would love it every second as we die.
So back to Anthony. Does he have a way to reduce the roll to crit with elven accuracy? I know there's a thing to make it 19 for warlocks. Yeah, I don't know what that means, dog. I don't know what any of that means.
Elven accuracy, I know, is a thing that if you get advantage on an attack roll, you get like almost triple advantage. So the way it works, it would be I'm gonna pull up. You get advantage, Chuck's and then you can reroll one of the dice with the attack roll of elven accuracy, and it's really fucking sick. It's a racial feat.
I'm pulling up Chuck's character sheet so I can read the actual feature that he has.
What, elven accuracy?
No, Chuck's, because I don't think it's elven accuracy.
Well, no, probably not. He's not an elf, right? Or is he? Oh god,
no, he's
I'm covering
not.
up my hand.
He's a Earth Genasi.
No, I've never played a Genasi. Are they fun?
I don't know. Oh, he's got a superior critical. which does a crit on 18 through 20.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, because they just leveled up to 15. That's why. So now he's got a crit at 18 and 20. Sick. That's cool. That's a cool thing that I have to worry about now. Improved critical, superior critical, light fighting. What the hell was it? Merge with stone.
What time is it? 8:30. When do we usually end?
Usually whenever you're done. We shoot for 9, but whenever you're done.
Okay, I just wanted to know because I wanted to know if I had to pace myself. Well,
No, I mean if we end a little early, it's fine.
No, that's not the problem. The exact opposite. I'm afraid I'm not gonna be done in time because this is harder.
I cannot find. Oh, is it champion? Nope.
Is it Battlemaster or something?
No, I can't find it.
Well, Battlemaster would have a battle maneuver. I've never played a Battlemaster, and I want to very badly. There's actually a lot of classes I've not played yet.
Dog, I don't know where this thing is. I read it the other night.
Like, I haven't played a month.
Oh, okay, found it. So it's the Crusher feat. So Crusher feat does this. Increases your strength or constitution by 1 to a maximum of 20. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals bludgeoning damage, you can move it 5 feet to an unoccupied space, provided the target is no more than one size larger than you. And when you score a critical hit that deals bludgeoning damage to a creature, attack rolls against that creature are made with advantage until the start of your next turn. So, let's just say he goes first in initiative, and he crits on the very first attack. Every single attack from that point forward until his next turn has advantage against that creature. Which is what I was saying. So all the people that have 3 attacks are going to be rolling with advantage. And now there's 2 fighters that have a crit at 18, 19, and 20, so that's absurd. And then I'm pretty sure, like, Steven, he gets a bonus attack. Like, if he rolls a crit, he gets a bonus attack because he's got the Great Weapon Master.
Yeah, I was going to say Great Weapon Master.
So there's a lot that go into character management from the DM's perspective. When starting a campaign, do you create your characters first, or do you give background so the players don't spec into something useless? That's a question for Anthony, who specs into something useless all the time. Just kidding. I'm just kidding, Anthony. Don't take that. I'm just kidding. This is just a joke.
Anthony, who, my brother? Anthony,
your brother.
Yeah.
Speaking of the warlock or the wizard fighter that we're about to play with, I'm actually really, honestly, I am joking, but I'm very interested to see how that plays out, because that, after reading it earlier, that is an Eldritch Knight. Like, it's just a weird way to get to Eldritch Knight status. And I'm actually really interested to see, like, what he can do with more spells than just an Eldritch Knight. Because that's what Salazar, he's an Eldritch Knight, and he's got like 3 spells. Whereas Anthony's going to have a whole list of spells that he can use.
It reminds me more of a Blade Song, which is the exact opposite way to go about it.
Yeah. So anyways, when starting a campaign, do you create your characters first, or do you give background so the players don't spec into something useless? I think
it's very hard to spec into something useless.
Yeah, for sure.
It's very balanced for the most part.
There's not really specking into something useless. It's more like, let's just say we're all creating characters for a campaign where we're gonna be heroes, right? But one player is like, I want to become I want to
be a dick and be evil.
Yeah, whatever. Something like that, where it's like, I want to become a lich at some point. Well, now you're going to be using your party to get that thing. So it's not so much as specking into something useless, it's how you play the character.
Yeah, it's more of a role-playing aspect.
Yeah.
God damn it, I'm keep on getting out of screen like every 2 seconds.
But usually, yeah, you create your characters first, and most of the times, like, there's a lot of conversation as you're doing it, unless you want everything to be a surprise. So
you do a thing called a session 0.
What's
not
that?
Unlike Session 0. Ding a ding ding! I did it. I said it. I did the word. It's in. We're in. It's the name of Ryan's company shirt thing too as well. That's why I named it. So Session 0 is a thing. Ryan, actually, you're the one who owns the shirt company. How about you explain Session 0?
Oh, Session 0. It is a Dungeons and Dragons inspired clothing company.
No, not that one.
Oh, that one. Okay. A Session 0 is where you start. Essentially, a Session 0 is like, let's say one of your friends is like, I want to run a D&D game, right? I want to get everyone together. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk about the campaign, what kind of world it's going to be in, what the setting's going to be, the theme. Basically, a Session 0 is exactly what we did last week when we created a one-shot. We come up with all the ideas, the themes, everything about it, what kind of story it's going to be.
It's in the aspect of a player and the DM,
right?
Not just a bunch of DM, like people making a one shot.
So what ends up happening is the DM will tell you all this stuff, like, oh, it's going to be a high fantasy, swords and magic, stuff like that, and there's going to be dragons and all that stuff, whatever.
And it's the opportunity to tell your demons, like, hey, I want my character to have this backstory, and I want them to do this
right.
kind of thing.
So then they would the players would be like, okay, I'm thinking this time around I want to play a fighter, but I'm going to be like a ranged fighter. So I'm not going to go in. I'm not going to take damage. So I'm not going to have like a high constitution. I'm not going to have a high dex. I'm just going to have good strength, or maybe.
Okay.
Was that is that the death of it?
No, it's still alive. It's
just barely.
It's dying. I don't understand how that. Unless it went back up to 20. I didn't see what it said. This is in, right? Hold on. Let me get out of the thing really quick, and I'll check to see if I'm good. I mean, it's charging, so whatever.
So then the players would be like, oh, I want to play a fighter. Okay, well, you're going to be a fighter. I want to be a rogue. So that way, while we're playing, I can check for traps if there's any dungeons or whatever. And then someone's like, okay, well, I'll be the healer. Or what ends up happening a lot of times is everyone's like, I want to play this thing. Oh, we forgot about a healer. Or I want to play this thing. Oh, we didn't get a tank. So it really comes down to the dynamic, and then you just have to figure it out after that point. So you can run with 5. Anthony says, hi, Ed Boy from Chris.
Hi, Chris. Are you guys having fun at Dave and Buster's?
Dave and Dusters.
Praise the sun. Sorry.
So you can have a campaign with 5 clerics, right? And one of those clerics could be a fighter, or not fighter, but could be the tank. One of them could be specific healing. Other ones could be like, I'm going to cast Bane, and I'm going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement, and be the debuffer, and then the other one would be like, okay, I'll cast Bless and Guidance, and I'll be the buffer, and the last one can just be like, okay, well, I'll be the trap checker. I'll walk forward, and if there's any traps, just make sure you heal me after I walk over it or something. There's also ways. Son
of a bitch. I swear to God, if I drop my phone one more time, Ryan, you have to kill me.
Okay.
Right. Back to business.
I'm getting a little derailed from the question itself, but like, there is to go back to a previous question from earlier. You can also. Your question, which was, what do you do when a specific class isn't good for a campaign, or when it would create a bad team unity? So to go back to my example of all monks, right? You can hire NPCs to come with you. So if 5 monks are out and about, or 4 monks, and it's the Ninja Turtles, they're like, okay, we need or 5 monks is Ninja Turtles and Splinter.
We need to save April.
Yeah, we gotta go save April again. But we need a healer with us because Shredder is up to no good. He's said he's got a dragon with him now, so we need somebody to heal us. It adds more world building to be like, okay, you 5 guys are in the town. What do you want to do? Oh, we realize we don't have a healer. We want to go to the church and see if there's any clerics or priests or paladins or whatever that want to come with us. We'll pay them a portion of the reward to keep us alive on this journey. Easy, done. Last week was super fun to watch. I even messaged Dane like it was super interesting and left me really jazzed for more D&D. Hell yeah, dude, I love that. That's like the idea. That's why we're doing this. Like, we're not professionals by a long shot.
Oh yeah, we're just a bunch of schmucks.
Yeah, we're just chilling. We're just hanging out and talking D&D. So, I'm glad you liked last week. I seriously loved that session a lot. I really liked building a one shot with you guys. That was a lot of fun.
That was really nice. There was a couple times where I was kind of like, what's the word? Not lost in thought. The exact opposite of that. My brain was like phasing out. I was just like, oh fuck. Like, I was like lost in my own little world, and I like had to jump back in a few times. But yeah, it was really fun.
But did we answer that question? I got really sidetracked and started talking about something else.
Fuck my actual life. Balls. Every single time I touch this thing, I keep on not ripping off some paint with my meaty fucking hands.
I wouldn't know because your meaty hands are in the way.
God.
I also. This is nice because you've only been using like 2 different paints, and you haven't really done much variation, so we haven't really had to go into it too much with what you are doing.
Yeah, I agree.
That's cool.
But I wish I really primed this black before I started. If I had black primer with me, I was not prepared.
Well, a lesson learned.
Yeah, next time get black primer before you start painting black, you dingus.
Well, that's what I was wondering. That's when we started. I was like, are you gonna start this whole thing black, or are you gonna swap it around a little bit?
Fucking, oh my god. Yeah. Well, this is paint. The problem is that the paint is that my hand will touch a part of it and the paint comes off.
Dog, I'm gonna buy you a D&D holder, like a mini holder.
I actually do have one. It's just
so use it.
Big.
What the hell are you doing?
This is way too big for that.
There's gotta be ways to use it. Can't you get like that sticky putty and then set it up a certain way?
Yeah, but that would really again, this is very big.
There's gotta be ways around it. There's gotta be tactics that you can use to make this easier on your life so you don't keep rubbing the paint off.
I should have primed it better. I'm sorry, primed it better. I said primed it at all. Is what I should have done. It's all right. I have an idea. I'm going to lay it down right here. I'm going to move my camera like so. Then, without dropping the damn thing, I'm going to do it like this.
So he said, yeah, I was just curious about character creation and if someone was set on playing their favorite class or trying something new but created conflict with the rest of the party.
Oh, yeah, that could always happen. But you can have 2 of the same thing at the table as long as people aren't assholes about it.
Yeah, I mean, we like to go back to what we were talking about earlier. We have 3 clerics in that Strahd game. But each cleric is built differently.
Exactly. There's many ways to build different classes. If we're talking about rangers specifically, we're about to go back to that. That's a little trickier, I think. Actually, no. I can figure out a way.
No, you could do all rangers and have every single one of them be way different.
That's true. Yeah, actually, that's a bad example. I think because I was just thinking about it, and I was just like, how would I build a ranger? It's like, oh wait, no, they would.
It's funny
they would
because
not all be the same.
It's funny because the base D&D ranger has gotten a lot of shit because it's like not good in the end game or whatever. But like, they're so really sick. Like.
Yeah,
I love
Rangers.
The
strongest, yeah, me too. The strongest class. They're actually kind of like the strongest class of the level 7, or something like that. That's what I heard. But the fun fact is, when you really think about it, I was actually reading a Reddit post about this today. The weakest class isn't the ranger. It's actually the monk or the barbarian. Those are the 2 weakest ones.
Barbarian, really? I could see that. I could see the barbarian.
Yeah. Because as you scale up, it kind of starts falling off, and it's just like not as good as it starts.
Yeah, you also don't do a ton of damage either.
Yeah, that's the thing. But it serves as a tank though very well. It does what it needs to do. It's just in terms of a metagaming not competition, but like trying to like combo out or like whatever. They're just not. They don't do anything special. Like the movement. There's actually a video by XP level 3 about this very thing. Their movement, like it was a joke, but whatever. Their movement is not increased. Like a rogues can. They can't do anything far away for the most part. They kind of just run up and smash, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then rage, and 9 times out of 10 it kind of gets like not as good.
The rage mechanic is tight because that will last Tuesday. Our friend Corey, he plays a barbarian. He on the first round got feared
Mm-hmm.
and paralyzed, because the paralyzed comes with the fear, so he couldn't move or do anything. And after some table discussion, we realized he could use rage, and at his level, his type of rage, it breaks him out of mental conditions. So it would break the paralyze and break the stun and break the fear. And if he were to go in rage at the start of his turn, that debuff that he had went away. So then he could act as normal. So it was like a nice little, like, I'm gonna break free from this thing just by getting pissed off.
Yeah, but is that rules, like, is that a normal thing or is that a you thing?
No, it's rules as written.
Oh, okay.
That, like, after some table discussion, like, we went and we looked through it and we looked at the wording, and I was like, all right, well, yeah, I guess this makes sense. Like, this would break this one. It would break paralyze, or it would break fear, because what the creature does is it fears the target. When feared in this way, they are paralyzed until their next turn.
Okay.
So the
dry for a second.
The barbarian thing was it breaks fear. It makes it so you can't be feared, which meant the paralyzed comes from being feared, so the paralyzed also went away.
I would even though people are saying barbarian's very low, I would still say monk is probably the worst one in my head. Even though I think monks are fucking rad, I think they might be the worst class in terms of what they can do.
I think monks could be really sick. I think there's ways to make them cool.
Yes, but I feel like it takes more work to make them like really like in terms of like numbers game. You shouldn't. When you play D&D, who gives a crap about the numbers? As long as you're having fun and you're role playing like whatever and like having a good time with your friends, doesn't matter. But in terms of math, in terms of like doing damage or whatever, it's like serving your role, I think monk might be the like, because monk's supposed to be like dealing a lot of damage, dealing a lot of attacks. They do it the least good out of like every single class.
I don't know, dude. I like monks. I like monks a lot.
So do I. I'm just saying.
I like monks a lot, and the stuff they can do. Not just the amount of attacks they can do, but like they're basically fast rogues. They get the extra attack, and what is it? It's hang on, I have a monk. Let me pull up my monk's character sheet really quick so I can look at exactly what I'm talking about. You get like 3 attacks per turn with your bonus your key points, right?
Yeah, Fury of Blows.
Level 5 monk, Way of the Open Hand. Flurry of Blows. After you take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. And at some point, your unarmed strikes count as magical weapons.
I feel like that's not a big deal.
It is when you're using Insignia of Claws as well. Oh wait, no, that is what I'm talking about. So while wearing the insignia, you gain a +1 bonus to the attack rolls and the damage rolls you make with unarmed strikes and natural weapons, such as such attacks.
What is the damage die of your fist leveling up? Does it increase from D4? Because if it doesn't increase from D4, I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's a D. So you get martial something. Martial.
Yeah, but isn't that? Are you talking about the feat? Because the feat that makes it like a D8 or a fighting style makes it a D8?
No.
Okay, never mind. I know there's like some kind of feat or something that's newer that like you can make your fists hit for D8, which is so insane.
So you get extra attack. So you get 2 attacks per action, and then Flurry of Blows, which is another 2 attacks, right? Or is it 3? 2 unarmed strikes.
I think it's 2 and it becomes 3 depending on the subclass.
Yeah, so that's 4 up to 5 attacks. Natural armor. What the hell was it? Your claws are natural weapons that deal 1d4 plus strength. And then that is increased at martial arts? Is that what it is? Shit. I can't remember what it was. But my attacks right now are +7 to hit with unarmed strike, and it's a 1d6 +4.
And level what?
At level 5.
Oh, not terrible.
And I also have my claw attack, which is a +7 to hit, 1d6 +4. And I'm using Insignia of Claws, which what I just read a second ago. You get a +1 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls you make with unarmed strikes and natural weapons. Such attacks are considered to be magical. So my unarmed strike is a magical attack for purposes of damage.
Resistance, yeah.
So that's essentially 5d6.
Yeah. And what's the plus is his 6, yeah?
Plus to hit is 7.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
It's really tight.
I mean, that is something pretty good. I mean, this is like something that people on Reddit said. So I never really played with Monk. I have no weight in the matter of it. But the thing is, even with my main point is even with that and how like other classes are considered lower, I'm actually convinced that D&D is so good at balancing that in terms of like everybody is pretty good. Like it's pretty hard to be the weakest there.
Yeah. There's a lot that goes into like, you know, let's say, okay, so all right, to answer Butch's question, there are classes that can be annoying for everybody else. And I mean this in no disrespect at all towards Anthony whatsoever, but when you have a druid, right? And you have, there's a spell where you can summon creatures to help you fight. Now your one turn...
Anthony, my brother, right?
Yes, yeah. Your one turn becomes like a 20-minute turn because now you're thinking like, okay, I want to do this thing, I want to do this thing, I want to do this thing. Okay, I'm done. Now my animals are going to do this thing and this thing and this thing. But that all becomes a personal mental strategy with just yourself. So now...
Yeah, but there's ways to... I mean, we talked about it before.
We've talked about it, yeah. There's definitely ways around that. But
there's ways to make it better.
But that's not... Like, not everybody knows that. You know what I mean?
Right, yes. Not that... As rules is written, a druid would, like, doing that shit would take forever.
Not only that, but also fighters. You have a fighter with 4 attacks... Action surge. Now you got 4 more attacks. That's cool for you. If you can make that fast and you're like, I want to roll all 4 attacks at once, over 20, this one's 17, this one's 12. Okay, 2 of those hit. Cool. I'm also going to action surge, so I'm going to roll 2 more and then do all the damage at once and then just go to the next person while that damage is calculating if it's got a lot of hit points. Make it quick. Like, just make it fast. As long as you can act fast, then it's not a problem. But there are ways to make your character and the way that you're playing frustrating to play with. But that all comes down to just learning how to play it and then finding ways to make it faster.
Not to interrupt you, but right now I'm dry brushing this pewter gray. I'm going to dry brush.
Show it again. I had the wrong layout.
Sure. Pure gray. I'm dry brushing it here on this little thing. And the reason I'm not doing it in the camera is because, like, oh fuck, is because because of what just happened. So right now I'm dry brushing, getting as much paint off this paper towel as much as possible. And I'm going to paint it on the dragon to make some details on the black pop. My hands will automatically knock off some paint, but it actually might be fine in this scenario. So let's just get to it. Beep, beep, beep.
So, Leona, I can't act fast because I can't do math. Leona, so I will always forever use physical dice. Like, I literally have them sitting in front of me at all times. Just because I am just obsessed.
I need a lighter color. Hold on. I'm gonna try dolphin gray.
Okay.
Sorry.
But if you're not quick with math or whatever, and you want to make your roll go quicker, D&D Beyond is perfect for that. They have the ability to just click the thing. So let's say your character has let's go back to my monk because I have it up. Actions. It shows you your +2 hit. So what you would do is you would roll your d20 and you would add that modifier number. So this is a +7. So I roll a d20, add +7. I'll do it right now. 4 + 7. So that's 11. simple math. But let's just say I roll 5 attacks and all of them are over 20. Now I got to do a bunch of dice and a bunch of math. You can do that by clicking the buttons on your character sheet in D&D Beyond. It will roll dice for you and then do all of the math for you, adding in all of the bonuses you have. So they've made it a lot easier and a lot faster. But the physical dice is like a big draw to playing D&D, so I understand. It is what it is. We all learn.
Not doing math fast is not the end of the world.
Right.
Like, if you're bad at math, who really gives a shit? I mean, I know we've teased you about it, but that's all it is.
Yeah, we're not really ragging on you. It's just it's fun to play funsies.
Fucking dick around with your friends.
Bucci, how many campaigns are you in? You go first. How many campaigns are you in?
Me?
Yeah, and we'll count the Strahd campaign.
Okay, so we have Thursday's campaign. Then we have my Sunday campaign. Then there's mid-level, and then now there's Strahd. I'm in 4.
Okay. Tuesday, Thursday, a game with Damien, Strahd, mid-level.
You have 5?
Yeah, and I'm also I run the Tuesdays and Thursday games with 2 different campaigns in 2 different worlds with 2 different groups of people, and then I'm going to be running a series of one-shots, not a series of one-shots, a one-shot for Damien and some of his friends because of, well, I think it's his wife and one of their friends.
I was getting really jealous. I'm like, why don't I play? But then you kind of elaborated.
Well, his home group fell apart, so we're trading his printing services for my DMing services.
No, yeah, you're fine. There was context.
But that's actually this Saturday. I have to make sure I'm all planned for that. I have to create an NPC on D&D Beyond that will kill them. You know, somebody.
Do you want help?
Maybe. We'll see.
What's their level? Beholder Dragon.
Let me see here. You go to my campaigns.
You know what? I'm gonna buy that as soon as this is done. I'm gonna paint it in one of these streams. I swear to God, I am gonna do that.
Okay. Get it. If you buy that tonight, we can have that ready for the next one. Icewind Dale, level 2. They're starting at level 2.
Oh, then it's easy peasy. Tarask. I'm trying to think. Level 2. A bunch of goblins actually might be something that might hurt them. Like, no joke.
Well, I already have like the first. So it's gonna be set in Icewind Dale, but it's because there's a RPG workshop. I can't remember what the hell it's actually called. Writers Workshop from the Storyteller Collective. I signed up for a build your own adventure last November. And it's a month long, and it's basically a college course where they teach you how to create an adventure, and lay it out and all that stuff, and then put it on the DM's Guild.
What about that big owl that's on the cover? What's that?
Of what?
Icewind Dale.
That's Oral. That's the Frost Maiden. That's the goddess of the ice.
Yeah, I knew that.
Oh, did you?
I did not know that. No, I did not.
Let's see. Oral.
It sounds like Moral Oral. Have you ever watched Moral Oral?
Moral Oral was one of the funniest shows in the world.
I love Moral Oral. It's actually like low-key deep.
Let's see. Oral, the merciless goddess of cold and winter. But that's the cover of the Icewind Dale box.
I'm trying to think. Level 2, huh? It was level 4. It's be far easier.
But anyways, what I was just to cut you off because I have the first session prepared.
No, you're fine.
I'm starting in Icewind Dale with the Rime of the Frost Maiden box, and then the follow-up quest is going to lead into my homebrewed adventure that I started to write back in November that I never finished.
Oh wait, why don't we just do the one shot that we made?
No. The point is to finish my adventure so that way I can actually finish writing it and then publish it.
Oh,
that's,
good
that's
point.
the idea.
Right, it's smarter.
So I'm gonna run a few sessions for them.
Fuck that, and then why don't you do the one shot we made for that?
I mean, I could, but I'm not going to do that.
You coward.
Maybe at some point, if I continue to run that, maybe at some point I'll weave that into it. But I don't think so. I'm gonna stick to.
I still think you should put like if you're running for more one shots and stuff, then they want you to write more one shots and stuff like that. Like, but you should actually throw that in. It's like, hey, you can actually watch us make this thing. Like,
well,
if you look at this thing, or maybe that's probably a bad idea because they have access to.
Terry was talking about doing one shots. He doesn't want to run campaigns anymore, so he wants to start running one shots.
Why?
Well, we had talked about that too. It's because it's like with a full campaign, you have some sort of like. I don't think I'm good at building a playable game. I'm good at telling a story. And I want so badly to tell the story and build that story out, but then when it comes down to the actual game mechanics, I feel like I get hung up on a lot of stuff. And a lot of it is either feels to me like railroading, or feels to me like I'm not doing enough for you guys to understand what's going on, so that way you can figure out ways to intervene and interrupt the narrative flow yourselves, if that makes sense. Terry's the same way, but I think he said that he leans into the narrative part a little harder than he'd like to, and he wants to be telling the story itself how he wants to tell the story. So that way he's now thinking if he runs a series of one shots, it's already pretty much scripted, and it does have to be railroaded. So it's just easier for him to do like a one and done contained thing. And also teach new players how to play and all that stuff.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just doing this really quickly out of frame. Don't mind me. I just wanted to get this little tiny itty bitty part, like in front of me, because I gotta spread the wings out.
That's fine. I'm gonna go to the 2-person chat window because it looks like you're touching your winky.
What?
Welcome to our not safe for work chat, everyone.
I'm just wondering what fucking stupid shit am I gonna do at the end of the stream.
No, probably nothing. Unless Leanna... Oh, we didn't get to... Hang on. Hang on. I wish you'd stop doing whatever you're doing. I'm getting so distracted.
Talking to Jen?
No, I'm talking to you.
Oh, what am I doing? Oh, what's up? What?
Just look at the Twitch thing while you're doing whatever you're doing, and just look at yourself.
Oh no.
Now just do what you were doing, but watch yourself do it.
I was sitting on my lap. I promise I'm not jerking it.
All right, well.
Let me just quickly. Fuck. Oh, now I can't unsee it. Fuck. You know what? I'm finishing it off. Finishing myself off. Just really quick. Shit.
Welcome to Bad Dragon.
Damn it.
All right. Okay,
God.
so
I'm all embarrassed.
To get back to the point, Bucci, he says, what resources would you recommend to a newbie? Do you need D&D Beyond, read all the basic books, or just some dice and a character sheet? None of those things. If you wanted to just jump right in, you need none of those things. Literally, you need one thing, and it's your brain. You can do everything in your head. If you want to
the rules, I would say you should read the rules.
No, dude. I mean, we could sit here and we can play D&D right now, and we don't have to touch a single rule. Like it really comes down to just role playing. Like that's
but
hang on. Let me do a quick plug, really quick.
In the context, I would say Outlast.
You have this game right here. It's called Outlast. You can buy this on the Dungeon Crate website, created by me, Ryan Warren. Dog, no levels, no classes, just you, your friends, and your dice. It says dice, but you don't really need them.
Okay, but like I think in the context of like, oh, I want to play D&D proper.
Yeah, if you want to play D&D, you could either just get D&D Beyond. It has all the source material and stuff on there. You do have to buy it because you have to buy the books anyways, but it's cheaper buying it on D&D Beyond. Or you can just get a set of dice. You get a set of dice. You can find character sheet PDFs, and you can print off the character sheets and fill them out however you want.
I would say in the context is like, oh, I just want to play by the rules and like don't want to stray from them, like hardcore, like rule centric. I would say
Player's Handbook.
Player's Handbook,
the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Dungeon Master's Guide. I would say Xanathars maybe. I don't know about Xanathars.
Xanathars, I don't know.
Xanathars would be fine, but you don't strictly have to. I don't know. I would say watching videos and like they teach you how to play specifically. Like the purpose of those videos is to teach you how to play is not bad.
I think the question is if he wanted to start playing, what does he need as a beginner?
Nothing, just dice.
Right.
But if you want to know the rules, just say look. Like, I would say just look up the rules and then.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and you can find. I think there's probably websites. I mean, there is websites that you can find free PDFs, so you can find all this shit online for free and just skim through it.
Now that I'm done jacking it.
Nice.
Yeah. Fucking damn it. This is what I got so far. Wait. This is what. Oh my god. This is what I got so far. I got the dry brushing in, making it. It's not a great. Light's not great here. Hold on. I just. Bam. Yeah. This is what I got so far. I think I did the dry brushing a little much, but I think that's fine. Now the last thing I'm very excited about right now is the eyes, and you'll see as soon as I get it all done. But first thing I'm gonna do.
Eyes?
Yes. First I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do Warboss Green, and we're gonna see if that's all it takes. And then I'm gonna do something really special. So I'm gonna do this Warboss Green right here from.
Are you gonna put glitter on it?
You'll see.
Glitter dragon.
You'll see. You'll see. Anyway,
I just had an idea.
Yes.
For next time.
Yes.
Take the picture in advance of what you're gonna do, and then send it to me. Or no, I lied. Don't send it to me. Set it as your background.
With just the
for
gray?
your green screen with just the gray, so that way you can see what it started as, and then you can show the mini like you are right now. Oh, sorry. Everything that you just did on the camera, nobody saw.
Because anyway.
Was in the wrong
It's not
window.
much.
Sorry.
It's not much.
Sorry, y'all. I keep doing that.
It's okay. It's not much. I'm just gonna get the screen in.
He's doing all the eyes, but yeah, Leanna wants glitter. I want glitter. You have to do glitter.
No, I'm going one step beyond.
One step D&D beyond.
Nice. Now we got that in. That's what the eyes look like right now.
Yo, honestly,
green. It's hard to see it, but whatever. And for that, I'm gonna add in something really neat, and it's something I was gonna save for the Wizard's Tower that I was gonna make you. This is a sneak peek to what I can really do. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna wait for that to dry, and I'll do it, and let's see if it works.
all this hype.
I know. It's gonna be so sick if I get it to work though.
We'll see. Are you gonna do a black light?
Oh goddamn!
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do you have a black light?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. It's this little doohickey right here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, see? There it is. And it's gonna, and I'll show you the paint. Damn it! You spoiling butthole!
I mean, you could have said no.
But then I'd be lying.
Yeah, don't ever lie to me.
Mom and raised no liar. Where is the paint? Maybe I'm a liar. Maybe I am lying.
Oh well, shit happens.
Where's the paint? Hold on.
What are you gonna do?
find
The
this.
eyes?
You make it so you can like shine it on the eyes and the eyes glow.
I don't know why my layout.
It's height because I was gonna do that in the panel in the floor of the Wizard's Tower and like make the rune glow.
Hell yeah, that's really sick.
Yeah, I was gonna think a surprise, but I wanted to do it now, so there goes that. Here it is.
I mean, you also didn't have to tell me you were gonna do it in the Wizard's Tower, so.
Yeah, well, I wanted to show you. This is it. This is the paint. I've never used this paint. It's a blue one, but so it's gonna be really kind of weird with the blue and green. But I want to do it so much that I don't care. Hold on, let me see. You shine the light, and look, you can see the glow. You see it?
Yeah.
You see the glow? That's how it works.
Hell yeah. Well, did you just break your dragon?
No. No, I was just over exaggerating. I'm fine.
But yeah, I think if you set your background to whatever model you're painting.
I'm playing right now if you want.
No.
Okay.
Maybe at the end. Oh wait, are you still letting it dry? No, don't worry about it. We'll get it ready for next time. Don't worry about it.
All right.
How much longer do you think you have of this thing so we can set a? Because we're at 3 hours and 8 minutes right now.
Until if it's dry and then get the little special touch, and then we'll see if it works.
Okay. All right, so let me switch back to our.
Let me. You want me to take a picture of this thing? I'll do it after.
Yeah, do it after. We'll go back to our 2-person chat. We'll hang out for a minute.
Yeah, pee. Right back.
Okay, well I guess I'll hang out by myself.
No, just give me like. I'll be 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
It's
Ready?
never 2 seconds.
One.
But yeah.
One.
We have a couple of friends that have just started playing for the first time and didn't have any sort of knowledge at all of D&D. D&D Beyond is awesome. It's an awesome resource. You can go on there, you can read through all the classes, you can check out all the races, you can look at the subclasses, read through everything that there is about it without buying anything. And then if you have a friend like me who owns everything, and I create a campaign, I can share the stuff that I own with you, so you don't have to buy anything at all, but you have access to it. So if you were thinking about getting into it and you have a DM or a game master or whatever who's completely over the top like I am and buys all this stuff, they will be able to share that with you, and then you'd be able to get access to even more things. And it's all right there, ready to use, easy to understand. It's perfect.
What?
I gotta tell this boy to stop leaving his microphone unmuted.
2. See?
Doug, you gotta. When you're gone, I'm talking to the people and I'm letting them know stuff, and then you come back in, you're like screaming at the top of your lungs.
Not top of my lungs.
Well, pretty close.
Okay.
But to finish what I was saying,
sorry.
D&D Beyond, I would definitely recommend getting it. And then even if you didn't want physical dice, the dice are there for you. It does the dice roller, so that's all in one everything.
Like what, $5, $6
for a set of dice? I think it depends on where you go.
Well,
what
yeah,
you get, like,
obviously, like
you can get some for like $4, but typically I think it's like $8 for just a set. You go to.
I spent $30 on a set this morning.
Bucci, you're from Latham, so Zombie Planet, dude. They got tons of dice. They got tons of miniatures. They got all the books. They got everything. They got terrain stuff. It's awesome. I go there all the time.
You could also go to Flipside if you wanted to, if that's closer.
Yeah, Flipside over in East Greenbush.
No, there's 2. There's 2 Flipsides.
There's 2 Flipsides?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the second one?
I think it actually is in Latham. Yeah, it's in Latham. There's a second Flipside in Latham.
I don't think I knew that.
Closer. It's harder, it's smaller, and it's harder to find, but it's there.
Do they have a good D&D selection? No, the Zombie Planet stuff rules.
It's not better than Zombie Planet. No, it's better.
Zombie Planet's next level.
Planet has the best D&D selection.
Yeah.
But Flipside East Greenbush is really, really good too. Like they have a whole wall, and it's really, really nice. But Flipside takes the cake.
Jack says it's in Clifton Park.
Oh, Clifton Park. Yeah. That's it. Stupid. Latham, Clifton Park, same thing. Same place.
From Latham, East Greenbush might be closer.
God. Geography. Hold on.
I don't know though.
Yeah, maybe.
It's all the same. Clifton Park is like East Latham anyways.
Yeah. Alright, so my thing's dry. I'm gonna try. Let's try this doggy out.
Alright, let me switch back. 2-person paint, let's go.
Oh god, it looks like fucking. You know, I don't even want to tell you what it looks like.
It looks like owlbear milk.
It looks like some kind of milk, I'll tell you what.
Leanna said, isn't that the one that's upstairs in a weird building?
Yes, she's correct. Yep, that's it. You got it.
Weird, really.
Mm-hmm. It's a little tricky to find it.
I'll have to go and scout it out.
Yeah, but I mean the East Greenbush Flipside's a little. Then I say a little. It's bigger and just better in general in my head.
So, question: is there anything you can do to make this dry faster? Like, can you
Yeah.
Get a blow dryer?
Blow dryer, blow on it. Yeah. If I can get this paint is thick.
How thick? How many C's?
How many C's? Is that what you just said to me?
Yeah, like 3 C's. THICCC.
What words are you spouting at me?
Thick. How thick?
What?
Forget it. Meme culture is above you.
Okay. Okay, guy.
It's
too much. Too thick.
They're all talking about Flipside above the weird apartment.
Yeah.
No idea. I've only been to Zombie Planet and the Flipside in East Greenbush. And not that it's a game store, but Aquilonia over in Troy, but I don't know if they're still there or not.
Hopefully this works out. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it work because these eyes are fucked.
Yeah, see, Leanna gets it. 5 C's.
What the fuck does that mean?
Forget it. You'll never understand.
Like a 5. Probably shouldn't have put that in my mouth, but here we are.
Yeah, you keep drinking it. I'm just watching you drink this dirt paint.
It's pretty much, it's just to make the bristles straightened. It's not a good habit, but here we are. Now I'm gonna test this and see if it works. Don't look at me.
Whoa, that looks nuts. Hang on.
You have no idea what I'm doing right now.
I know, but it's making the whole thing glow this crazy vibrant purple. It's awesome looking.
That's cool. Too bad I can't get what I'm trying to actually get to work.
Do you just...
Maybe I should add more and wait for it to dry. Hold on. Let me try at this angle. Bang. It's not focused. Wait.
Oh, come on, Dylan.
Oh, Dylan! You clown. This guy.
Oh, are you guys still streaming?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're still streaming. If you were a good friend, you would know that.
Clown alert.
Hang on, I put it on 3-person one. Turn your camera on.
Son
Oh
of a
shit, I'm
bitch.
like walking around. Shit.
This guy. Ugh.
Hey man, fuck.
Hi.
Great.
I got.
God, you have the worst timing of all.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
Is it?
Wait. That's what you sound like. Yo, by the way, Dylan, you know what song? Oh my god.
God.
Also, Eddie, sorry, I my and roasting you for.
This is good. I'm kicking him out.
I'll never know what he's apologizing for. Oh my god, he's still going. Woof.
Well, there's Dylan. I'm really stoked he froze like that.
Damn it. What the fuck? Try again, Dylan. Try it without freezing out.
Dylan, you are ruining everything. We're in the middle.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Dylan, what the hell?
I was connected to my Wi-Fi, so I'm going for a walkie walk. It's a nice day up in Canada.
Unbelievable. I can't believe you're sabotaging everything we've been building.
Really? That sounds right on brand for me.
That is exactly. I realized what I was saying as I said it.
Yeah, you sound like a fucking idiot, Ryan.
I guess, yeah, sure. Anyways, this is Dylan, the worst person on this call. Worse than a painted dragon.
It kind of works.
How's the dragon going?
Pretty cool.
It was good up until about 2 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, I ruined the dragon. Yeah.
Well, it's actually glowing.
Is
Holy
it?
shit! Yeah, it's glowing. That's so sick. That's so cool. It's barely, but
Anyway,
it's doing it.
I bugged out, like my Wi-Fi wasn't working. As I was saying, yeah, Taylor took my phone and was telling you that's why he said he was the gremlin of D&D knowledge or some shit like that. I don't remember.
Oh.
It's
But yeah,
changing
he's
to
a-
blue. It's changing straight to blue. But that's okay.
So that's why I switched to the Cantina account, because it's just like my friends are going to sabotage it. They should at least sabotage from my account,
Right.
instead of the MLC
It turned
account.
black green.
So
Dude, that's so cool.
Dylan, Eddie's in his own world right now. He's
Sorry.
doing a black light on the eyes.
That's cool. I didn't come here to talk to Eddie anyway, since it's your
Yeah.
baby.
So how's it going? How are you? Let's talk about it.
I'm having an existential crisis, so I decided to go for a walk.
That sounds about right.
Existential crisis.
Yep. I forgot my mask, so I can't go anywhere. So I'm just gonna enjoy the great outdoors. This
Still wear
Canadian.
masks? Wow, crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Canada's still in super lockdown until what? September?
Yeah, it's pretty let up. Masks are optional, but I don't want to be that guy, the only one in the store not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Plus, I got like messed up teeth and a big nose, so masks are like my favorite thing right now. So it just highlights all my good features.
Are there good features?
My eyebrows are tattooed on. They're pretty nice.
Wait, is that a real thing?
Yeah, no, they're fake. I had
What?
like no eyebrows before.
Are you kidding?
No, dude, I have a before
Stop
and after
walking!
pic.
Stop walking! You're making me feel like I'm on a boat and I'm gonna throw up. Now zoom in on those eyebrows.
Yeah, let's see those eyebrows.
They're fake.
No, they're not.
I
They
don't
look so
believe you.
good, though.
It's called microblading.
Well, we know what it's called, but I don't believe you.
Oh, I got before and after pictures. I could show you the studio as soon as I remember what it's called.
All right. Well, so anyways, Eddie, you said you're done?
Pretty much.
All right. Let's.
Nice. I came in at a good time.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
dude,
jump back.
It does this cool thing that when I put the black light on its eyes really, really close, they turn blue.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start wrapping this up, and then
cool.
we're gonna talk to Dylan, and we're gonna reprimand him for sabotaging the last few minutes. We lost all of our viewers thanks to this, Dylan.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so let's jump back to the paint screen. Eddie, show off your lights. Show off your dragon. Let's look at it all. Let's check it out.
Okay, it's kind of hard to see it, but you know.
I don't care. Do it anyway.
Okay. So this is the dragon. Let me shine some actual light here. Much better. Ah, my green screen.
Don't worry about your green screen. Keep going.
Okay. Here is the dragon. Dragon. This way. Okay. So, God.
Close.
No, that's what I need.
This is this is like watching you try to take pictures of it. You are too close, dog.
Shut up.
You ain't gonna see anything.
Shut your mouth. I need to do this. This is what it looks like normally. Pretty cool. Now watch this. Watch this shit. Wait, let me try to get, where's the camera? Right there. Look at its eyes, right? Let me get a good angle here. Ready?
Way too close.
I don't care. Blast its eyes. First of all, look at that. Do you see it? Do you see that? It's glowing blue.
I would not shine that black light anywhere else in your room, but...
Yeah, me neither. This is a bad thing to have.
Hold on.
Yeah. Are you testing it?
Yeah, I'm trying it.
Wait a minute, does that stain on the back wall say Anthony?
It's nice. Look,
I was going to say, go check Anthony's room.
Everyone
Find out
shut
exactly
up.
how to stop the
Everyone shut your mouth. Look at this.
All right, Edward, I will humor you. That does look really cool.
That is so...
Yeah,
it's still glowing.
Is it just on the eyes?
Yeah.
Yo, you know it'd be tight?
You should have done it on like
the
wings, like the
yeah, the underbones, the underbones of the wings, or like the fleshy. Yeah, the fleshy part would be tight too. Don't overkill it though. Leave it as is.
I'm leaving it as the eyes because I didn't know it was gonna work.
It does look pretty cool. I will give you that. I wish
all the
it's.
times you're playing in blacklight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for when you're like, hey guys, we're gonna come play D&D. We're also gonna do mushrooms in my blacklight with my.
I'm pretty
Sublime
sure that was
poster.
the entirety of the 70s, but okay.
Yeah.
That is the most radish
All
shit.
right.
It turns back to green after a minute. That's so cool. This
Hell
paint
yeah.
is sick. I love this paint.
All right.
I'm
so
really glad I
I'm
tried
gonna
it.
keep walking back.
we are out of that screen. We are done with this. We're done with this trash. Thanks for ruining everything, Dylan.
This guy.
All right. So. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you, Bucci, for the questions. Seriously, dude, it helps a lot. It gives us stuff to talk about. It helps move the night along, and also it makes Eddie focus a lot harder on his painting and getting it done in 3 hours. So we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Really quick shout out one more time to our sponsors, the Initiative Order, Band of Badgers, and Session Zero. Make sure you guys go check them out. If you're interested in getting into more tabletop content like this, role-playing content, whatever you want to call it, definitely check out Band of Badgers and the Initiative Order. And if you want to wear really cool clothing, go to sessionzero.com, session-0. Use the code word crisis to get 10% off and buy some of my clothing. I got a bunch here that needs to get out so I can get some fall stuff in. Another quick plug is Dungeon Crate. I know I've shown this a few times, but I am actually very, very excited about this. They are a subscription box with Dylan just got his the other day and threw my game away immediately. It was a very, very funny video that he sent me and ruined our relationship. But it was awesome to meeting up with Band of Badgers and then getting in with Dungeon Crate, and now I have a published piece of work that will be at people's doorsteps in the next couple days if they haven't gotten them already. Eddie, is there anything you want to talk about besides the painting thing? Is there anything you want to mention?
Nope. I'm really, really glad I get to do this. It's kind of like sort of the highlight of my day. Thanks for letting me do this again. Thanks for everyone for watching and supporting me doing this. I really, really do appreciate everyone showing up and talking and stuff, and like all the follows and all that stuff. It really does. It really does make my day for real, and I'm really glad I got to do this and hang out with my friends.
Hey, I'm glad we get to hang out with you too.
Did you see how it was like that whole thing you were like going through for like past like minute? I was just doing this little fucking stupid dance.
I mean, I was kind of paying attention to you.
I was fucking around.
Anyway. I also want to mention we have a Discord channel, which we never ever mentioned because Dylan's bad at his job. We have a Discord channel, so if you like Discord, we haven't done anything with it because there's 3 people that are in it, and it's us. so go hang out there. We can have more conversations like we did tonight. Talk about D&D stuff. Talk about video games, movies, television, whatever the hell you guys want to talk about. We want to make it a hangout space. And
it's a party after all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also are now affiliates with Twitch. So if you have any more friends that are interested in D&D or whatever, we have a live play D&D show every other Sunday. So next week we're going to be playing live D&D with Dylan here, who runs the game at a mediocre pace. He could be better, but we'll let him slide. So if you're into that, definitely come hang out. It's a lot of fun. It's getting more fun, and I think we're gonna end up killing a favorite NPC at some point.
Oh no!
Oh no! Dylan, while you're here, is there anything you want to talk about? Cantina related? Anything whatsoever?
No.
Oh, wait! I got something. You, Dylan, I've been listening to that song a lot from your old band. After Our Juliet. Is that still a thing, or is it?
I don't know, man. I post to it every like 6 months or something like that.
That song "Cry Baby," I listen to it all the goddamn time. Listen to his stuff. It's really good, and it actually slaps. I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying that.
Hell yeah.
I really actually love Cry Baby.
Love this.
I listen to it every day.
Not to like flex on something that isn't flex on, but yeah, that was my first video to hit 1 million views. So I'm actually really stoked on that one. I'm glad you guys like it.
It's so good. I love it.
It's a little different from the rest of the songs that I wrote. They're all very like pop punk or whatever, something like pop adjacent, and that one's got a much darker twist to it. So it checks off all my emo boxes.
All the other songs, Cry Baby is the one. No kidding.
You look like somebody who's like super famous and is above both of us, and you're just like you're taking this interview in your car and you're just like don't want to be doing it.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much how it is, I guess.
Let me I'm gonna go to
I'm
YouTube.
famous in Canada. Don't look me up anywhere else. So
Cry Baby After Our Juliet. It is a cover band that Dylan is a part of. I don't know how to copy this link without opening it, so it's gonna play through the speakers really quick. I think
it's actually good.
All right,
it starts out super soft, so I don't think it'll.
Yeah, you gotta skip it. You gotta skip ahead like 20-30 seconds.
All right,
it'll go.
Yeah, you just gotta skip to the end, and it's a good song.
Yeah.
As it fades out.
I just linked it in the Twitch chat to anybody that's still here listening to us just ramble on about nothing because everybody left 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean, we're done.
But if you're still here, Dylan is working on something very cool that I won't talk about because it's not my thing. I'm very excited about it though.
It's so
mainly
cool.
because it was my idea, but I'm very excited about it.
I'm working on that on Tuesday, actually. I should be finishing it on Tuesday.
Finishing it? Hell yeah. Do you want to talk about it, or do you want to wait until it's done? Or do you want to just not acknowledge it?
I'm not going to acknowledge it because I know it's going to be done on my end on Tuesday, but the mix of it, the mix could take forever, so I don't want to be like, to all our millions of fans. But I don't want to...
Yo, you joke though. You joke about that shit, and it's not a joke. It is not a joke.
I guess, but yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that's like, yeah. So I'm covering the Critical Role theme because Cantina 13 is my new project. It's kind of how I got introduced to Ryan and through relation Eddie here. And basically, I'm very much done with music as like a serious thing. Like everything I wrote was just like, I gotta be cool, or this has to be like popular. Like me and like some friends of mine who also do YouTube content would always like kind of like look for something that would like do well. But now I'm kind of over that in like the serious thing, and I just want to do dumb nerdy shit with my nerdy friends like Ryan and Eddie here. And that's kind of what Cantina 13 is. I still want to incorporate music into it, but still just do very much like tabletop related content. And
there it goes. Well, I'm glad he's done talking. So, I don't know if he has more to say, but I don't know if he's gonna be back at any time. I don't want to sit here and wait. I want to wrap this bad boy up.
Fuck it. If he gets back,
if he gets back, we'll let him finish. But if not, we're gonna keep going and wrap it up. So thank you again to anybody watching. Thank you for asking questions. Thanks for hanging out. It's been awesome. Thank you, Eddie, for doing this. It really is a lot of fun to watch you finish this product. I know that you're mid eating, but whatever. It is what it is. Bye, Dylan. See ya. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out, and join us next week. Hi, Dylan. Bye, Dylan. Join us next week for Midlevel Crisis, the Hangman's Oracle episode 12?
I think 12.
12, all right. Dylan, were you done?
I don't even know where I cut out.
That's okay. Who knows? Anyways.
I started saying it was your great idea, and I think that's when Zoom cut me off.
On that note, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Oh, bye. Yeah.